and we aren't going to talk to our neighbors. Hands folded neatly on our desks. We shall begin session 23 of Curse of Straw. So our last session, you guys journeyed into the depths of the Amber Temple. You quickly dispatched the flame skulls that had given you so much trouble before, and made your way down into the lower reaches, down toward the Amber sarcophagi. You guys made your way to the first open Amber vault, at which point one of your party members, namely Reese, made the decision to just go ahead and give one of them amber sarcophagi a good feel. And both hands, she accepted a dark gift from one of them. Oh, geez, that would have been smart to write down. Oh shit! Everyone be cool.
Wait,
It was the one in the West sarcophagi, but not the West sarcophagi.
Not the other West.
The other West sarcophagi.
Kirad?
It was Kirad, the Star of Secrets. That's right. So she accepted the dark gift of Kirad, the Star of Secrets, and immediately failed the charisma saving throw and turned evil. At which point, Irid got the idea to give a good whapping to the Amber sarcophagi, to which his sword responded very, very happily. And upon smiting one of them, decided to smite the other Western. After smiting the Western sarcophagi, he turned and decided to smite the Western sarcophagi. And upon doing so, you guys realized the grim nature of Reese's transformation. And after the sarcophagi was destroyed, the vessel that had taken control of Reese had made her bereft of life on its passing. After which, you guys used one of your gems to revive Reese, and Casimir, standing in the hallway, has kind of made a bit of a standoff against you guys. He has demanded the book back if you guys are unwilling to allow him, due to his plans with one of these sarcophagi. He has demanded the book back into his possession if you guys are unwilling to allow him to do that, as that was the deal he had made with you when you guys came down, or at least that's what he says the deal was. And we kind of left off there because it was a pretty big moment, and we didn't want Amy to miss it.
Why, thank you.
And not a problem. It was also getting close to time, but
because Reese dying wasn't a big moment.
Reese dying was a big moment, but it also came like the middle of the session, so
That really wasn't one that could be postponed.
Yeah.
Right.
But with this particular juncture, we kind of left off as everyone was kind of standing against each other. I forget if a light deal was reached or if you guys were still talking about it, still in negotiations. But Casimir is kind of standing in the middle of this hallway, his hands, one down on his side and one gesturing out towards you, motioning for the book. And you guys are all kind of standing on along this back wall, kind of recuperating from what had just transpired.
And this book is the Strahd's journal? Or
Yes.
Yeah, right.
The Tome of Strahd.
I legitimately thought he was
were-
like planning on casting a spell. I didn't think he was reaching for the book.
We were under the impression, Amy, that Stella had the book, so that's also another reason why we waited.
That's true.
Well, Stella, always being one to honor her promises and that type of thing. I'm not sure if Amy remembers the exact kind of agreement we went into with him. But
I don't remember it either, but he's wanting to use one of them to raise his sister who died like 1,000 years ago.
Jared is using the excuse that the thing turned Reese super evil and also against us, and so it's
Also-
generally.
Yeah, like the only thing he said was he was looking for a boon. I don't think he told us.
Okay. If that's the case, then yeah, he's kind of giving you. He kind of gave you guys a little more insight as to what his plan was. Namely, that he intends to accept the dark gift from one of these sarcophagi in order to raise his sister.
So, what's your plan, Casimir, for figuring out which one of these is the right one? Are we just supposed to, like, throw shit at a wall and see what sticks?
Well, I plan on before they're destroyed, I plan on touching them and seeing who speaks to me. That's obviously seems to be how it worked for you, and you were dumb enough to accept a gift from somebody who wasn't a big one.
There was a moment when I was talking to whatever that guy's name was, where I acted as if I wasn't going to take it, and he seemed to be a bit put off by that. I have a feeling if you declined whatever offer they make you when you touch the sarcophagus, is once you decline it, they're not going to take kindly to that.
I'm gonna disagree because I put my hands on one and I declined, and all he did was get frumpy. I don't know if a coffin can get frumpy, but it was definitely a frumpy attitude.
Well, it felt pretty frumpy to me when I died, so...
That was your own fault. You got to be really careful about who you do this whole warlock thing with.
Also, that staff is hella evil, by the way.
What staff? Oh, this?
Yeah.
Holds up ice staff.
It made me want to kill any of you when you ever talked about being powerful and stuff. I didn't... So, that's gone now.
Are we sure that's gone?
Cool. I'm gonna scramble
Yes.
over
Okay, good.
to Reese and yeah, healing.
Oh,
thing.
no, I stop you. I got spells. Stop it.
No.
I cast Cure Wounds on myself. And I look at her and I go, Nana boo boo. I can do it myself.
I swear to God, if you die again.
Casimir has been pretty shitty
I'm
with
gonna
his
kill
saving
you.
throws. You think I could polymorph him?
Do you say that out loud, or is that in character?
No, that was absolutely out of character.
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, that's not something. That's not
Great.
something that Stella would be cool with.
I was a bit taken aback.
Yeah.
Are we in agreement or no?
If you and I and the rest of the party come to an agreement before, you have to understand that my memory is not great most of the time. And if we come to an agreement, then I will honor that, of course. That's I think I've always been honorable and truthful. But I don't believe this is a good course of action. Whatever happens is pretty immediate when you accept these gifts, it seems, according to Reese's situation. Her moment with one pretty much destroyed her. If you fall, then we will spend our resources trying to heal you back. And
No, I won't. That's his own dang fault. He knows how bad it can get.
I didn't come here unaware of the risks. I know what can happen. I'm just...
So you'd rather your sister be alive than you?
Can your sister fight? Is she what we need
My sister is a far stronger wizard than I am.
Was.
Thank you for the reminder.
Yeah, well...
You've had 1,000 years to think about it. You should be over it by now.
Yeah, well, it seems like I'm coming up to a wall.
Well, we could use every boon, every resource we can have in this fight with Strahd. I know that, well, he scares me a little bit, and I don't like to admit that, but,
He threw me off a cliff.
right.
Yeah, I'm scared of him too.
Yeah, that was not pleasant. I did not enjoy anything about that, and, I don't understand magic, most of it, But if you say your sister's strong, then I don't have any reason to doubt you. I believe. Um, I'm sort of, I don't like to admit this, but I'm a little bit desperate right now. Um, I
I
don't.
think things are getting a little out of our hands. I don't want to make you guys do this for me. I don't want to force you all to do anything. I just need assurances. I am here for a reason. I am here to raise my sister who has been dead for so long, and I have not been able to forget her. It's been hard for me, and I know that might not seem like a good enough reason, but for once I have a chance to do this. In all this time, I have a chance, and it seems like it's getting taken away from me, and that is frustrating.
I won't take it away from you.
I know the
Obvious.
risks,
Yeah.
and I know
well,
you all will be able to handle it if something goes wrong, but I can't let this chance pass by.
You know I can't bring you back if you die.
I understand.
If this goes sideways, even like a thought of going sideways, I swear to God, it's over. I will end it myself. I don't care if I'm the only freaking one.
I mean,
I'm
Well,
not saying this for your guys' benefit. I'm saying it to him.
most certainly, if you turn into some crazy undead evil son of a bitch, then yes, we will probably strike you down, and I will help. Um, but if by some miracle that I don't understand at all, that you're able to bring back your sister, who's apparently an incredible wizard, then say that sounds actually pretty keen.
Okay. All right. If we're in agreement, then I apologize for any antagonistic sort of behavior. You all can keep the book. You need it way more than I do.
Oh, well, I have to
Um,
admit, if we had been made aware of the entire situation, you held back quite a bit of information from us.
yeah, I'm sorry. You don't get very far in Barovia trusting people.
Well, do you trust us now? And
Not any less than I did before.
ah,
I'll take it.
I don't suppose
Swag.
there's any use in asking you what else you know that you're not telling us. I don't guess that you will devote.
I honestly believe at this point I have told you everything. I gave you the book. I told you about my sister.
I'd like to insight check that, please.
I would
Go ahead.
like to, if I could, assist her with that.
Okay. I will say because you're questioning.
Sorry.
No, it's all good because you're both questioning. I'll say that's cool for an assist. I say. Well, boy, howdy. There's still a little something.
I get up off the floor.
My eyebrows raise, and I look over to Reese, and she
And
give
I
me.
look at Casimir and I say to him, I swear to God, you better tell us everything right here and now, or this sun sword's gonna go so far up your ass it's gonna come out your mouth.
She's pretty good at that sun sword, by the way. You probably noticed.
You could have said he'd be breathing daylight.
Oh!
Irid, not the time.
He kind of narrows his eyes and he looks down at the floor and he looks back up. I killed her.
Why?
Strahd charmed her. Wanted to make her his wife.
Oh, you fucking.
So
What's her name?
What's her name?
That's a great question. I have it in the bio, but I forgot for a moment. Her name is Katrina.
You don't think he'd want to do that again?
Yeah.
You don't think
probably
he's
would.
capable of doing that again?
You don't think he'd want to make you?
That decision.
But wait a minute.
Cost me and my people everything. He pulls back his hood, and you guys knew he was elven just by his features, but this is the first time you're getting a really good look at his ears.
Oh.
And you see the top part of his ears have been like cut, like they're jagged, as if they've been cut with like a blunt sort of knife. But he says, all the Dusk Elves here, they've had the same treatment,
Damn.
and all the Dusk Elf women have been killed.
Never heard of a
Well, you know you can have sex with like other people, right?
race.
It's not like a what? It's not a race thing.
Reese.
I'm just saying we learned a lot about sex the other day with the berserkers, so I kind of feel like I'm knowledgeable in this area now.
The Dusk Elves will die out. There will be no more of us. And maybe that's not such a bad thing, considering what I've done. But
So, what happens when we bring this very powerful wizard back to life, and Strahd gets to her again?
Yeah. Do you have any plan for Strahd? Because he knows everything. He sees everything around here. He knows where we are right now. He probably knows that we're talking about this.
my plan doesn't extend much further than you all.
Ah.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard you say, aside
Yeah,
from,
that
I want to
really
bring my
didn't-
sister back to life.
That really didn't work out so well last time.
Well, that was last time.
Not having a
It was like
plan.
yesterday, dude.
Not having a plan on how to fix your shit is
So-
the biggest mistake you're gonna make.
Just so you know, I thought this was clear. I have been waiting to get into the Amber Temple. Like, I've been waiting to get here for an incredibly long amount of time. So, forgive me for not having a step beyond this one, because I wasn't sure I would ever get here.
Now, that is fair. I will also say it's been 1,000 years, and I'm sorry for dunking on you. In complete change of subject, because I feel like we've already said everything that needs to be said here, and we're really not going to get anywhere
Now,
aside
one-
from just dunking
What?
on you and agreement, but
Are we sure about that? Is that a consensus? Are we good with me talking to a dark dude, getting some dark shit, and then using it to raise my sister? Are we cool with that?
We're,
Is this Chris?
This is Casimir.
It's Casimir. Stella says, well, I'm a little less sure of it now after hearing the full story. But our agreement stands. We did, well, we didn't make an
We
agreement.
didn't know the terms.
This is true. We didn't know full terms of the deal. And I
Okay.
think in that, it negates the agreement, I believe.
So no.
I'm not going to turn my back on this dude. I mean, I'm here for it. I just needed to make sure he understood the consequences of what he was trying to do, which I feel like he kind of does, which is better than we did going into this. So
Well, I have a much better idea now.
exactly.
I was willing to do anything. I am willing to do anything. I am at fault.
Well.
I have to.
Although I am leader of this group, I do think that
Ugh.
Huh?
I am.
Are you? I thought we were equal.
We were
Oh.
more like a conglomerate.
I've been leader the whole
Casimir,
time.
Don't start.
It's
Just saying.
Casimir, you didn't get dunked on by a big birdhouse.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
I did avoid that duty.
You avoided a lot of it, actually.
Everything
So-
but the Amber Temple, which I think
Oh
is,
yeah, and this one room.
to be fair, the
Hey, listen.
hardest we've had it so far.
Well,
That's fine.
If we're
I
gonna
just-
advance, I need to take a nap. I'm gonna sit down.
Are we gonna vote? Maybe we should have a vote.
I mean,
Do I get a vote?
No.
Well, we have the
I
book
feel-
still.
well, that's kind of. I feel like we're being overtly aggressive.
I,
You
mean,
know,
Yeah.
I hope you
Yeah.
understand my conflict here.
I don't think
I
we're
get
being
it.
overtly aggressive. I think we're trying to get down to brass tacks about what is happening here. It involves us. All of this involves us.
Well, to be clear, I am being overtly aggressive.
Hmm. No one just.
On purpose.
I think everyone is aware of that.
I'm just saying it's not within me to allow something like this to happen. She's been gone for a very long time. It feels very unnatural. It feels wrong. It feels like there's going to be a huge price to pay for this. And guess who's going to have to pay for it? We are.
I don't know.
Or just
And
me.
him. And him. He's not thinking more than 2 feet ahead of him.
Well, I never would want to be brought back from death, but it's not unusual. It happens all the time.
Yeah, that's another thing. Casimir, are you sure this is what you would want? Or are you just being selfish and acting within yourself on this?
No, I
Was I
can.
just being selfish?
Thank you.
I just brought you back.
She didn't want to die.
Nobody wants to die. That's not the
Exactly.
point. Did she want to come back?
I mean,
Yeah, I'm sure.
Are
I don't
you
know.
100% sure?
I haven't talked to her in a very long time.
Mm.
You remember her being the whole dead thing?
Yeah, no, I completely remember. She's had a long time to sit with that, you know.
Hey, Dabria. Maybe you could facilitate the answer to this particular question, maybe.
uh-huh.
How's-
Uh, The whole
I don't
thing?
know. You seem to have a strong connection with dead people.
Oh, yay.
I'm sorry.
uh, mm, I mean,
Maybe tomorrow.
no. I mean, but I can't talk. I could only.
Do you have any
You know what? It's a little. I gotta tell you, it's a little intimidating.
Oh, well,
It's a little intimidating talking
Can you-
to a god.
Oh.
So,
You can.
I'm gonna sit down and cast commune.
Oh. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. So you're casting that. I believe.
This is the twice in the same hallway.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And I am going to sit down for another 11 minutes to cast this. And there
Oh,
is a
did you-
25% chance
Yep,
that
okay.
she won't respond.
Okay. So I gotta make this roll in secret.
Unless you want me to wait until tomorrow.
No.
Which
No, you're
seems
fine.
inappropriate somehow.
Seems a bit.
Reese,
25%.
Reese.
What?
What should we do? What should we do? Should we help her? What is she doing?
She'll be fine. She knows what she's doing. She did it earlier. You saw her. Wink, wink. Amy.
Oh, sorry.
She did this the last. I just look at Stella and I'm just like, she's fine. It'll be fine. She knows what she's doing. It's okay.
Okay.
Just let her do the thing. And
All
I'm
right.
gonna sit down.
All right.
Dabria. You begin preparing the ritual, and kind of lay talismans before you, light some candles, and begin kind of focusing on your inner self. And again, you feel your consciousness kind of slip forward from you. This kind of strange out-of-body experience that you've had just a few hours ago, not too long ago. And as your consciousness moves forward, you hear the beating of wings, and you feel feathers kind of glinting across your skin, as a pair of arms kind of wraps around you in a embrace from behind, and you hear a voice, a warm kind of matronly voice say, "My child, you call for me again. What do you wish to know?"
It's so that we can so that we can accomplish this.
I understand.
Casimir's sister. Would she want to come back?
You feel the hands that are on you that are kind of wrapped around you kind of loosen for a moment. You hear a This one seems outside of my grasp.
Okay.
Something keeps her from me. I can't say for certain whether she lives or is dead or wishes to be back. This is
I
strange.
understand. Is he lying to us?
Just now?
About
No.
all of this? No? Okay. Okay.
Despite the distance, I can feel pain and sorrow and guilt.
I know what loss is like.
I know.
What is your will in this situation? Would you have me aid him?
I would. He is trying to
Fine.
prevent a wrongdoing he has done some time ago. He's trying to correct himself, put himself on the right path. I think this is noble. I think you should keep an eye on him, though.
Of course.
Sometimes even noble pursuits can lead to disaster.
Of course. Thank you.
You feel these matronly hands kind of pull back and kind of grip for a moment on your shoulders before you are pushed back into the darkness. Another beating of wings kind of passes you by. A flutter of feathers pass over you as you come to consciousness on the floor of the Amber Temple. She was gone for about 11 minutes. Casimir just kind of standing there. What happened?
Well, I can't speak for anybody else, but I will not stand in your way.
Thank you.
Reese does a double take. Like, what?
I'm with her.
I'm with her, not with you.
Very aggressive distinction.
This will suffice.
I'm gonna
Stella?
take a nap now.
I don't think this is going to turn out well, but the majority votes, and I will hand the book over to him.
Oh no, you can keep the book.
Oh,
The book was if I left.
ah,
Okay. Thank you.
Mind if we take a nap real quick? Holmes?
Not a problem.
Real quick.
I could definitely use that as well.
We should go in the coffin room and just kind of close the door behind us.
I'm okay with that.
That's cool.
There's a bunch of dead Nothic in there, but whatever.
So also
We'll just pile them in the corner and
that'll be the end of Holy Weapon. Just
Holy weapon.
and I can't do it again until we take a real nap.
On the plus side, you four now, I do have an idea for getting past that there fireball room, assuming it shoots fireballs at us again.
Oh.
I do have just enough charges that I can cast Ice Ball without fear of this thing kind of shattering. So I could throw up an ice wall that we use to kind of use as a barricade to run across.
That could work.
oh, I like that.
That ain't bad. Taking a short rest?
Yep.
Okay.
Also, Amy, have you is that I was piloting Stella last week.
Yeah.
Is that actually her hit points right now? Like that's how much her hit points are, or did you not update it, or
64.
yeah?
That's right. But let me do
Oh,
some
okay.
math to be certain, because you know how it
Because
is.
I was like, wait a minute, Reese has more hit points than Stella. I'm like, that doesn't feel right,
No.
but it also could be too. So I don't know.
All right, hang on. Let's see. 8, 8 and 3, 8, 10, 11, 11 times 9. Okay, yeah, she's got a good many more than that. Sorry, let me fix
Oh
that.
no, you're okay. I just noticed it and I was like, ooh. I got nervous for you.
In the meantime, I am gonna go over to Reese and just kind of pull her aside where Casimir wouldn't be able to hear us.
Okay.
Would I know? I would know, right?
Yeah, Casimir's not paying attention. He's bandaging up his wounds and looking through his spell book.
She told me to help, but she said to keep an eye on him.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't I can't not. I have. But I think it'll turn out okay as long as we are careful.
I don't plan on not paying attention to what he's doing. So
I just wanted to let you know why.
I appreciate that. I also appreciate you doing the whole like bringing me back thing. What I said before, bring me back as many times as you can. That'd be great. Just
Okay,
I don't,
well,
you know.
I can't do it very often. That's not something I can do very often.
I'm aware. I'm just saying if it happens, thanks.
Also, like, don't die again.
Yeah.
Don't.
Yeah, that sucks.
Don't.
Sorry. Alright. Reese just kind of like, okay, right. She walks away. She just walks away. And she goes over to Irid and she kicks the staff and goes, that thing's bad.
What do you mean this thing is bad?
I'm serious. That thing made me want to start taking over things and being in power and stuff. You gotta watch out for that.
The staff?
Yeah.
When have you been touching my staff?
When we were first here and we got it, who handed it to you?
Yeah, she picked it up.
I mean, that's fair. But at the same time, it's just like this thing has saved my ass a great number of times.
I'm just saying, somebody who made it or enchanted it didn't have your best intentions in mind when doing it.
Casimir kind of looks up from his book. What is it with you and getting turned?
Hey, listen.
I'm a nice person, okay? People want me to do things, and I
want
do
you
them.
on their side.
They want me.
Listen,
She
Reese.
flips at her Culver's cup.
Listen, Reese. If it makes you feel any better, I can tell you that that's not a new feeling to me. So we're good.
You should get that checked out.
Well, it's not medical.
It's not medical. Mm-hmm. Right.
I can't just throw my sword off a cliff and be done with it.
Have you tried?
You can do that with the staff.
I mean, I'm just curious.
Yes, but the staff also casts Cone of Cold.
It makes people want to take over the world. My plan was to kill Strahd and become him. Just so you know. Just so you all know.
I mean, I don't want to take over the world. Maybe some nice lakefront property.
I'm just saying, if that happens to me again, guys, and I start wanting to take over the world, just like kill me and bring me back, okay? That seems to be a hard reset for me.
Maybe I think there's other options. I think there are other options.
Step before that.
There's a couple things we should try. before that becomes the solution.
I'm
In the
just
name
saying,
of science.
it was a pretty quick solution. It got rid of a lot of things at once. I'm just saying.
Yes, but it's
It's not a
actually much
sustainable
more
solution.
difficult than, say, removing a curse or trying to, you know, there's better options.
Yeah.
I can only do that once more. So none of you are allowed to die.
Oh, I'm not gonna die. I'm a god.
No, you're
No,
not.
I'm kidding.
Should I?
I would have
keep an eye
known.
out? Casimir kind of. Should I keep an eye out for diamonds or something?
That'd be great.
Yeah, absolutely. That would be
And-
wonderful.
Can do.
Also, can we talk about Stella as being at almost triple digits?
Yeah, I fixed it.
That is nice.
Yeah, that's nice. I was trying to remember the average of 12 is 8. That's right, isn't it?
Plus 3.
Plus 3. So it's 11.
Actually, no, it's 7. It's
Se-
7.
Okay,
Seven.
sorry.
Because it's half plus 1.
Right, it's still because you take 12 and then 11 times 8 is 88.
Well, you take
and then
12 plus 3
12
for your first level.
Oh, right. I know, Wayne
So
coming
it's
here and
15
he's like,
your first level.
15 my first level, and then 8 times 11 is 88, and then 15 and 88 is 103, I think.
Hot damn.
Yeah. Hot damn indeed.
Well, dang.
All right.
Okay, are we ready to go?
Yeah, we're ready to go. I'm all out. I am all out of hit dice. That is.
There, just so Amy knows, there are doors around here that we've tried to have you open with your axe,
Uh-huh.
and you haven't been able to get into them.
To be fair, you only swung one. You only swung one time.
Twice. I tried one of these doors over here.
Oh.
One time at each door, I think he means.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's fair. Only
Yeah.
once at each door. Maybe you want to do. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there.
Okay.
Because there's doors that are barred from the other side in this hallway and down at the other end.
Uh-huh.
And then around this corner is a big angel lady that shoots fireballs at you if you get too close.
Real quick, Reese, make me an Arcana check. Or everybody can make me an Arcana check if they want.
Oh, love to. I got a 3.
I'm actually proficient in Arcana, which is very strange.
And I am not. Nor am I very smart.
Reese, you are aware that you are, despite your lack of training in all things arcane, you believe that these seem to be under the effect of some kind of magical lock spell.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, those doors won't open.
They're like closed tight.
Yeah, I'm proficient with Thieves' Tools, so I'm guessing I have tried opening a few doors in my time. Those must be magically contained and closed, so
Oh.
maybe from the other side. But I don't think we're getting in this way, unless we
I'm
can dispel
sorry.
it.
Yeah, average.
We might be able to dispel it.
Half of the die
I don't know.
Plus 1. Yeah, that's what they just said. Thank you so much.
Somebody decided they can.
Jake.
Jake's having some trouble.
He noped out. Couldn't take the heat.
Said he was
Stella and I
done.
have the same hit points right now.
I'm jealous. Although I somehow came out of that entirely unscathed, so I guess I shouldn't complain.
It's because you shut the door.
Yeah, but
Okay, so what would you guys like to do?
We could try to find another way around, I guess. But I don't think these doors are gonna open. There are some doors down this hallway, Amy, that open up into like bedrooms and stuff. We've already been through them.
Oh, okay. So,
These two. It should be. Oh, you guys can't really see the dot. I keep forgetting that.
We can see the dot on this one. There's doors with dots on them, like this one, Amy.
uh-huh.
Those are special doors.
Those are
Right.
the special doors. The other ones are just.
They just lead off into
Those are
bedroom.
normal doors.
with
Okay.
useless riding ladders in them.
Nothing in it except for a poltergeist.
And
Oh God, yes.
And that way is the lady with the angel who shoots fireballs at us.
right,
Yeah.
that's fun.
Right.
That's
Should we,
fun.
And
Should we-
down
oh.
here is the hallway. These are the stairs we went up.
Oh, okay.
Or came down to get here.
Oh, okay. All right. Mm.
So we didn't explore the ground floor at all. We just
You
found this door to the basement and directly came down here.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So
Do we have a way of entry through the special dot doors?
no, those are the
Nothing.
doors that won't open.
Yeah.
I guess it's back up then, maybe. Or,
Or we try to deal with this lady.
yeah, fireball lady.
Well, Ira did have a plan to deal with that particular set of issues. But of course,
He must be having internet.
he's got internet issues or something because he's out of roll 20 too.
Yeah.
So we will.
I guess we could go up now.
Yeah, we'll just go up now, and then if he comes back and wants to try the other way, then we'll just address it.
Yeah.
But for now, we'll do this. So you guys are gonna head back up the stairs, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Heading back up the stairs. Hopefully your shit wasn't moved.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh, wow. That was a sound I've never heard anyone. It did. That was satisfying, apparently.
We also checked there's three doors in here.
All
We
right.
checked all three.
All right.
So this room was an old scroll place.
I
This
forgot.
room had like a miniature castle in it.
I got a book that you said I had to sit with for an hour.
Ooh. Ooh.
Yes.
And we all know what
That
that
was
means.
your moment too, I suppose.
Yeah.
Very well.
I had mentioned it to I just
Yeah,
forgot
she
it
did.
in the moment. I mentioned
Hello?
it to
Oh,
Hello.
there you are.
Hey.
Perfect
Sorry
timing.
about that.
we decided to come back
My-
upstairs.
So no running across the room with the ice staff.
We didn't know if
wanna
you would
do
if you
that
would be
one.
1,000 years. So we
Well,
went back
Right.
upstairs.
Okay, so good news, bad news. Good news is I'm on Discord currently. Bad news is my internet is shut off and I'm currently running off data
Oh shit.
Oh,
Oh
wow.
shit.
on my
Is-
phone.
Is there a
Oh.
reason? Oh, or if you don't, never mind. That's not a good.
I mean,
information.
I live. The reason is that I live out in the middle of nowhere, and so there's one internet provider that can provide subpar service with no competition.
Gotcha. So just normal capitalism then.
Yep.
Cool. Reese, you should have the book in your inventory.
Ooh, 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 ooh,
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Exciting. It's a
should be under magic items.
it's a dictionary.
It is.
Emphasis on dicks.
Oh hell yeah. Okay, well, I just spent 1 hour with it.
Okay. So you're not gonna let anyone know what that is.
Oh, I go, hey everybody, look at this book. And I'm like pointing little insight exercises out to them. And blah blah blah. If I how do I say this in English? Or in common I should say. I think if I spend enough time with this book, I'll become wiser in some way, shape, or form.
Books can do that?
Out of character, if I spend 48 hours over a 6-day period or fewer with this book, my wisdom score will increase by 2.
Ooh.
Do me a favor and be careful, because that's how Trillium died.
Oh. And it's also, it increases by 2, as does my maximum for that score. So I could end up with a 22 in wisdom.
Hell yeah. What's your
I'm just gonna read this. It's currently at 16.
So you spent 1 hour with it.
1 hour.
So just keep track of that and let me know when you hit 48.
Cool.
Okay. So moving forward, are you still good, Jake?
Here, but I can't see the map or my character sheet. I'm in Discord though.
Okay, I will do my best to describe things, and if something isn't clear, then we will. Do you? Oh, you can't see the character sheet either. This makes for an interesting. Okay, that's fine. We will. We'll make do. We'll describe things, and you can describe what you want to do, and we'll figure it out. But for now, which way would you guys like to go?
I was gonna say, since he's here, do we want to do the fireball room?
Do we want to do the fire room?
I don't remember if is there a door in there going the other way?
You did see. Well, actually, I don't think you could see all the way across. So you don't know. You don't know what's on the other side.
You should have dark vision out to 60 feet, right?
Yeah, but the
it's
room is
further than that.
huge, and I didn't walk in all the way.
So are we going?
I mean, worst case scenario, we could find out. So far, this place has been pretty symmetrical. So
Can
I'm willing to
Casimir
bet that
see
if
better?
there's a door on one side, there's a door on the other.
No, I have worse dark vision than you guys. I only got 30 feet.
I would prefer, honestly, if we just did this floor first and save that for later. Just because we could use, maybe we can find another way to the other side of that basement. Going this way. Because those closed off doors have to lead somewhere, and I think they might end up leading up here somewhere. I don't know.
Guessing they lead to flame skulls.
Very well.
We could head north.
Yeah.
We could head north. You guys head north?
Yeah, I'd like to check the door first before we go in there. I want to listen to the other side and see if there's anything afoot.
Give me a moment, please. I have to flip to a completely different side of the book.
Once again, we live up to Chris's expectation of going the exact opposite direction he
At this point, dude, there is no knowing.
You just prep for everything but what you think we're gonna do.
True.
You just shouldn't have expectations for us, because then we'll never hurt your feelings or make you sad.
Oh no, I'm not sad at all. This is how
he says as his soul breaks.
So we may learn. Okay. Make me an investigation check or a investigation check, perception check, because you're listening.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get some.
Nat 20. Ooh, boy. You listen through the door, and on the far side of the door, you can hear the sound of you hear the sound of like torches, like torches burning. However, you hear no movement, nor anything like that, but you do hear the sound of like crackling fire.
Is the door unlocked?
Is the door unlocked? She asks. Yeah, the door is unlocked.
Succulent sound of sconces.
Is it trapped?
You would need to roll investigation to find that one.
I checked to see if it is trapped.
Investigate!
Not as good.
You are at least
I'm not a smart
720.
girl.
You're about 720 sure there are no traps on here.
Good enough for me! I open the door.
Okay. The door opens.
We all have Death Ward on us, don't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
For 7 hours.
These are different tokens. Just remember that.
I'm walking.
Torches in sconces illuminate a dining table in the center of the room. Covering the table is a magnificent feast that fills the hall with rich smells of cooked meat, sweet vegetables, piping hot gravy, and wine.
Ooh.
So moving right in. I am now controlling.
This feels not natural. I look back at the group.
Yeah.
It's not moldy, is it?
No, it looks fresh.
Oh, it looks fresh. Does it smell fresh?
Yeah, it smells pretty fresh.
I poke it with the end of my bow.
I come in the
I
room.
poke something.
She pokes at
Is it
something.
real?
Let me check something.
Okay.
Is there mutton or steak?
Don't eat this.
It's been a long time since I had red meat. I'm sorry.
Well, you might be the red meat if you eat this.
You go to poke it, and your finger just passes right through it.
Oh,
It's
damn
fake.
it. Yeah.
And it also, as you kind of reach across the table, you put a hand in one of the chairs, and that too, your hand passes through that as well.
Everything's fake. I get close to the fire. Is it warm?
You see, spreading across the table, you see various goblets and stuff like that, and in the center of the table, you see a ewer.
A water?
A ewer.
You were.
What is that?
Something.
It's the thing that holds water.
Ah.
Or
Things that hold liquids.
A pitcher.
Yeah, kind of like a pitcher.
Or you are.
Or a pitcher.
And it's just sitting in the middle of the table. As well as like you see goblets that seem to be made of a similar material, kind of spread across the table. The ewer itself has embossed images of dancing bears, elks, and wolves.
Is one of the elks Greg?
You look. It is as far as you can tell, not Greg.
Excellent. Okay.
I'm gonna go fuck with the head of the table chair.
Okay. You go to touch the chair, and your hands pass right through it.
This ain't right.
You also did not feel any heat coming from the torches.
Oh.
The fire's fake too.
Okay, so we just move on.
What is this, though?
This ain't right.
What's the purpose?
Probably to make us stay in the corner room here.
Oh. Should we go through
Or to-
this?
Casimir kind of looks, or it's to get us to touch something. I don't know.
I take the sun sword out and I shake it. And I go to the middle of the
Okay.
table and I plunge it through the center piece.
Just like the center of the table?
Yeah, where the center piece is or whatever the center food thing is.
Well, the ewer is in the center. Center.
I fuck with the ewer with my sword.
Oh, great.
Okay.
That sounded awkward.
You throw your sword into like the center of the ewer there, which is filled to the brim with wine. And as it comes down, you kind of the hilt comes down, and expecting to kind of like just pass through it, it actually stops on the top of the ewer.
I think it's this. Do
Okay.
we fuck with it? Can I poke it?
Okay.
It wiggles?
Boom, 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 boom. You
And the
hear
water
liquid.
shifts?
You hear liquid kind of slosh inside.
Can you see down into it and see the water inside? Or is it another liquid?
It's wine.
Oh, it's...
It's wine, baby.
Huh?
It's red wine, specifically, or else I'd be able to see through it.
Mm-hmm.
I could knock it over. Are there any objections?
I mean, what if it's really good?
It's on it's on a table that doesn't exist.
Do we
With
have...
chairs that don't exist.
Isn't there a way to see what kind of magic this is? Or
Oh.
There
Casimir kinda-
absolutely is.
Oh.
I fucking hate this guy.
He stops for a second and he opens up his book and starts looking through. I have to wait for suggestions before I can do things. Because technically,
But that means that's just more player stuff and reasons why Reese hates this guy.
He's like every NPC in every game ever. It doesn't do anything until you touch it.
So 10 minutes pass.
Oh my god.
He kind of stands back up and looks over the table with like this eldritch kind of greenish light covering his eyes. And as he kind
This
of looks
better be
over,
good.
he kind of looks over everything. He's like, well, most of it's illusion. The center piece, the ewer, seems to be transmutation.
Oh, fuck.
But I'm also getting some necromancy.
Ugh.
Oh.
But it's just kind of in the room.
I'm gonna Just Eyes of the Grave, really quick.
You use Eyes of the Graves, and again, it's a very similar kind of situation where it's faint, but it is a similar kind of appearance as when like you see a ghost or something like that.
Okay.
Nowhere specific. It's just
But
here.
It's just in the room. The energy is in the room.
Huh.
I'm gonna knock this over.
No, I'm leaning towards
I-
let's not
No.
actually
I
do
don't think
that.
that's a good-
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's tempting.
I look at it and I'm like, I'm coming back for you later.
As you guys are sprinting out, she's like, wait. She runs away. Okay, you guys are heading to the next door?
Yeah, does it open up?
Okay, the door is open.
Cool.
Give me one moment. You
Stella,
activate
do you-
the trap. Just kidding.
Shit.
That's the lady.
Oh god.
That's the lady. Real quick. This black
She's downstairs.
this black marble.
All I see is Stella just moved down to the map. I'm like, no, she's not.
This black
Oh,
marble
shit.
balcony hangs in the northwest corner of the temple, the floor of which lies 30 feet below. Nearly half of the balcony has fallen away, and obvious cracks have formed near its ragged edge.
I can imagine what that looked like. You're like, oh, it's a lady, and then Stella suddenly moves.
It's just like instantly go. I'm like,
That's what Stella would have done too. She wouldn't have thought, oh no, it's come up the stairs somehow.
who's the lightest of us?
Uh,
Could be me.
Or
Casimir.
do we do
Casimir
a
goes
Stella
down.
balloon again?
I'm pretty wafy.
mm.
I don't trust you.
Alright. How far that gets.
All right, that's fine.
It's worked out so far. Yeah, I think it might be me.
Or do we do the strongest and Stella balloon?
Ooh, I like Stella balloon. Stella balloon is
Because
fun.
this seems very unstable.
That's probably safe to say. If you want, since you don't trust me, I can go first. And if I fall to my death, I fall to my death. And then all this gets settled.
Ah, sounds like a plan.
If you fall to your death but don't die, I'm pretty sure that fireball chick's gonna light you up. So
That is true, and that is terrifying. Thank you for the reassurances.
you're welcome. You said you wanted them, so.
True. I'll take that.
Sorry.
Looking back, any objections?
Go right
Nope.
ahead.
Yeah.
Okay. And he steps out.
Okay.
And
I
as,
watch him like a fucking hawk.
as he puts his foot down, you guys hear like a rock or two kind of fall and clatter against the ground below, 30 feet below, and he goes, fuck. Okay. And he just
Maybe
hugs
this isn't smart.
he just hugs the wall. And he goes, it's too late now. It was too late.
You got this. I believe in you, Casimir. You got this.
And he goes,
Smile.
"Fuck, it's even worse over here. And he steps over again, and you guys hear more rocks just kind of clatter against the ground. He goes, fuck, 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 fuck. And he reaches over and, like, without stepping in front of the door, just turns the doorknob, pushes it open, and then just kind of flings himself around into the next room.
All right.
Alright.
Stella, being excited about the moment, she just steps out because the light from behind her doesn't lend itself that far, so she kind of just like absent-mindedly steps out.
I reach out and I touch her and I meditate on her.
Okay, 1 sec.
Oh, nice. Oh shit.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. As soon as Casimir kind of passes through, he says, I made it! And then it's quiet. So, Stella, you're next.
Okay, so Reese, she gave me the levitation, right? Is that what she did?
Levitate?
Yeah, I think that's what she did. So I'll kind of
Okay.
like swim myself over in that direction.
Okay, you kind of use the wall to kind of like pull yourself along
Yeah.
and get around the corner. Okay, as soon as you're through that door, go ahead and stop for a moment.
Okay.
Are you through? Are you going through the door?
Sorry, yeah.
So when you pass through the door, make me a wisdom save.
Ooh, fun. Wisdom saves are my favorite.
Are they?
Yeah. They're the most interesting.
They are the most interesting.
That's an 8.
Interesting indeed.
Mm.
Okay. You guys watch Stella go through the door.
I'm fine.
God.
Thank you.
What's over there?
Quiet. Is that-
Casimir?
Is that an Irid?
It is an Irid. I'm terribly sorry about that.
No worries. I get it, man.
I had to restart my internet, and I'm currently waiting for Discord to boot up.
No worries. I see you're in roll 20 though, so that's good.
Yep.
Okay, so we're just picking up. You guys are crossing across this kind of rough balcony, and you have watched as Casimir and then Stella have passed through the door, and now you guys are calling out to them, and they are not responding. So, in response to you, Dabria, when you called out for Casimir, you heard nothing in response.
Stella?
Crickets.
What the fuck? Okay. Oh god, this is a terrible idea.
Could this be the work of some kind of like zone of silence?
You could. I'm gonna step out then.
Okay.
And try and make my way along the wall.
Okay, easy enough. You make your way along the wall. Again, a couple of the rocks kind of break off and clatter against the ground, but the balcony ends up holding. And as soon as you pass through the door, make me a wisdom save.
Please. Oh wait.
Oh no, what's happening?
I have to roll an actual die at the same time.
Oh, I see. You're testing to see
testing
whether or not roll 20. Oh, you are not
Oh.
affected.
Finally.
You look and you see Casimir kind of kneeling in like supplication. You see Casimir and Stella like kneeling in supplication in front of the statue, just kind of stopped in place, and they are both kind of just like staring up at the statue in awe.
What does the statue look like?
Sorry.
The statue, I will read it. This bare stone room consists of a foyer to the east and a shrine to the west. Candlesticks draped in cobwebs stand in the four corners of the foyer. In the shrine, a faceless obsidian statue stands in a raised alcove on the western end of the chamber. Slumped before the statue are two desiccated corpses in tattered garments. Two pairs of alcoves line the north and south walls of the shrine, in addition to your two friends who are also kneeling in front of it. The statue is like a faceless obsidian getup.
Just okay.
Once
I'm
I
gonna-
see. Oh, sorry.
I'm gonna lean out and well, because you would have known that
I would have
we were
been
calling to them
behind
and
you.
everybody was silent, so I would lean back and just say, I don't know what's going on here. There's some kind of statue, and they're both kneeling
Ah,
in front of
fuck.
it,
Damn it.
and there's some corpses.
Excellent. I skirt around and make my way over there.
Okay,
Irid's gonna cast Levitate on himself and do the same.
very well. Are you going through the door, Reese?
Yeah.
As soon as you pass the door, make me wisdom save.
I will do my
I
best.
end up by myself. I'm gonna be so pissed.
You watch as Reese as she kind of looks around the room and puts her eyes on the statue for a moment. She kind of locks up and then just kind of begins making her way over.
Oh
and
no.
moves to be in front of the statue and falls to her knees in supplication.
Fuck. Maybe we should have drank the wine.
Irid, make me a wisdom save.
Will do, Captain.
Well, boy, howdy.
I'm super good at these, and by that I mean I'm actually pretty good at these. Actually,
Oh,
Well, unfortunately, you're not good enough.
Well?
As Irid 2 steps in and goes, "Hey, everybody," and then walks immediately.
Can I try and hold? Can I try and grab him because I would have expected it?
He's also levitating.
So it would have just dragged you with him, maybe?
So yeah, he's essentially weightless. So he kind of begins kind of motioning and kind of pulling himself towards you. You just reach out and grab his ankle, and he's like continually trying to pull himself towards it. Wordless.
I try to do like the doggy paddle.
Oh, guys, this is awkward. Oh, shit.
Oh,
Shit.
interesting.
Oh, shit. Okay. I'm gonna try stepping out of the room
Okay.
while holding Irid's foot.
You pull Irid back, and
Thanks,
as
babe.
soon as line of sight ends, he's back to normal. Irid, you really wanted to get next to that. You just wanted to be in that statue. You want to be up in that statue, like, real bad.
Alright. Sure, of course.
Even currently outside the room.
Not now, no. Now that you can't see it. Although, I mean, you might be able to see it on the thing, but now you can't.
Please tell me you're okay.
Yeah, I mean, okay is relative. I'm here.
You're not them on the ground. How do we fix this? How do we do this?
Well, I can cast levitate just willy-nilly. We could try to balloon them out.
We're gonna be, that just is gonna be can you, what if we just cover their eyes?
Interesting. I wonder if the enthralling effect happens as soon as we enter, and if you would still be immune to it. Because if you are, that seems like a great way to handle things, and if not, well...
Well, yeah, okay. I'm gonna step back in the room.
Okay, you step back in the room. You see the statue, you see your friends. You don't have to make a wisdom save.
I don't feel anything like last time. So, I think we're good. You stay out there, though.
Oh, absolutely. Actually, I have, Irid is going to take out a piece of cloth from his bag.
Okay.
Yeah, he has a set of traveler's clothes that he isn't wearing, and he's just gonna kind of tear a bit of, like, one of the legs off the pants and tie it around his eyes.
Okay.
And try, like, hey, Dabria, get ready to grab me.
Yeah,
and just kind of drifts. He kind of just drifts into the room.
You are ready to grab him. He moves into the room. Irid, you still have your faculties about you. And keep in mind, the statue is only about 4 feet tall.
Okay. Okay. How do you feel?
Well, I still have all my faculties about me.
Okay. We can fix
And
this.
I think what we now is the statue I saw before, and I've got a good idea of what it looks like still, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Dabria, you see the statue? Is it like connected to the floor?
I'm just gonna walk over there and check.
Yeah, you walk over and you're kind of looking it over. It looks similar to the statue that's in the middle of the big floor or the big room just behind you.
Oh, it's a mini.
That you saw before. It's like a mini boy. It's like a mini version of it. It's only about 4 feet tall and it's raised. However, it is connected to the main part of the pedestal.
Okay. Yeah, it's attached to the floor. Hang on, I'm gonna try something. And I'm gonna step behind Reese and
real quick,
cover her eyes.
Real quick, maybe a perception check.
Yes. Oh God.
I mean, worst case scenario, I have an idea, Dabria, where we can just cover the statue.
Yeah.
Dabria, as you kind of move closer to this wall, you can see seams in this like little alcove here that indicate that this is some kind of secret door.
Okay.
And you put your hands over Reese's eyes, and as you kind of move closer, you see Reese has not blinked this whole time. The whole time she's just kind of been sitting there. Her eyes are beginning to water and like kind of drip down the sides of her face. And as you place your hands over her eyes, and Reese, you're brought back. You again You wanted to be up in that statue, but the second you took your eyes off it, it was gone.
Ugh.
That feeling's not there anymore.
Hey, Dabria, I have a shirt and some
Yeah,
pants.
I mean, I'm gonna get her out of the room.
Well, absolutely. I'm gonna try to feel my way over to the statue using the wall, and I'm going to try to like guide myself against the wall blindfolded.
Can
Yeah,
you
I'll
just
say-
close your eyes, Reese.
I don't think we need to.
Aaron's gonna get right on top of it, and he's going to put his shirt over the face of the face of the statue.
Okay. It's easy enough actually to pull your shirt all the way over the statue. It's a little bit of a tight fit, but you do manage to cut off line of sight. And just as you do, Stella and Casimir just kind of. It's like when you get really bad deja vu, and you kind of like fucking sit for a second. And you're like, what happened?
Why am I crying? And why is Aaron naked?
Also, you're not floating anymore.
This is an extra set of clothes, I should add.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm confused.
We're all
It's
a little
okay.
confused. It's okay.
Right.
I'm gonna try and take a look at this wall.
Secret.
Huh?
I mean, does it seem?
There's actually a hole like big enough to put your fingers in, like on the
Oh.
side.
Don't do that.
It looks like you have to like pull it open.
I'm gonna do the thing that she just told me not to do.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yes, very good.
Aaron is gonna remove levitate from himself.
Okay. So you're gonna open up the door.
Yes.
Excellent.
Excellent. Ready?
The door opens, and you guys watch as hundreds of skulls fall out of the cavity behind the door.
Oh!
Dabria, Irid, and Reese, make me dex saves.
Yeah.
Now, let me tell you about the things Irid isn't good at.
Is it dexterity and strength?
No, strength is amazing. Irid has 17 strength. He
Oh.
has, he only has that 13 in dex.
All right. Well, you only needed 10. You guys managed to jump out of the way and avoid the damage.
It's the
as
skull closet of death.
The skulls kind of come crashing down.
Is this where they come up with the skulls for the
And-
ones that throw fireballs?
As they kind of come down, they kind of crash and clatter on the floor around you guys and make like a little bit of a slope kind of leading up into this room. You can see attached to the 30-foot high ceiling of this room is of this dark sepulcher is an upside down iron chest with a barrel shaped lid.
Oh.
Now, I do have
yeah.
levitate, y'all.
Oh yeah.
Reese, you're the one who's good at checking for traps, so I feel like I can cast levitate on you.
It
And
depends on the ability, and if it says that you can.
I'm pretty sure I can cast it on other people. I think it just says you can cast levitate at will.
It's usually on yourself. Those kind of sometimes say on yourself at will. So you may want to double check.
It might only be for you because of yours is a racial ability.
Right.
Yep, no, Reese is right. However, if you guys want, I can still go up there and be the one to check.
Go for it.
I hate it.
Knock yourself out.
Don't do that.
Here, just in case, Irid is gonna tie some rope around his leg.
I will.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hand it to Stella.
All right.
No,
Thank you
it's
very
smart.
much.
This
It's
is my
smart.
rip cord. If something bad goes wrong, please pull me out as quickly as possible.
If something goes wrong, we'll at least have your leg.
I kind of hold it loosely. I'm like, whoa, ha ha ha. Isn't this funny? Aha. Whoa.
Yeah, Irid's gonna.
She kind of like holds it loosely with the 2 fingers, like a thumb and a forefinger. Oh, I've got it. You're fine. I've got it.
Irid, as you were floating up, make me another perception check.
Perception check. Let me tell you about things Irid isn't good at. Perception.
We saw that from the wisdom saves.
You see on this back wall here another, just poking above the pile of skulls, is another secret door.
Ooh.
And then there's also the chest on the ceiling that you clearly see.
Irid is going to continue to go for the chest, but he's going to shout, "Hey, y'all! I think it would take a little bit of time to like scoop these skulls out, but there is a door on the other side of them."
Ah.
Skull scoop.
Skull scoop. Okay, so you fly up towards the chest, and you're now floating, I suppose, near the chest. It is kind of a simple iron barrel-topped chest. What would you like to do?
Irid's going to give it the 1-2 pokeroo with his sword to ensure that it is not it. He's going to give it the poke test.
Okay, it pokes. Pong.
All right. Well, it didn't scream, so we're good so far.
Oh, should we talk about what happened in the other room with the fake meal?
Oh yeah, there was a room with a fake meal, but real wine and a thing.
Nice.
We didn't mess with it. They wouldn't let me.
And they just moved right past it.
We put a pin in it for later.
Irid's gonna open this chest. Is it open? Is it unlocked?
You go to open it. No, it is securely locked.
Let's see if I can fix that.
Okay. Let's see what you can do.
While he's doing, oh sorry.
Mm-hmm. No, go ahead.
I was gonna
Okay.
say while he's doing that, I want to check these bodies to see if they have anything interesting.
They are 2 desiccated corpses in rags. There is nothing interesting about these 2 guys.
Boo. Okay. I'm
Okay,
done.
so this is an interesting thought. Okay, so Irid is going to cast his Ghost Vision, see what's inside the chest.
You cast Ghost Vision to look through the chest, and your vision actually stops just on the inside of the chest.
Lead lined. Well, he only has this for a minute, so he's gonna kind of like bottom hand push up off the top of the thing, and he's gonna float down low enough that he can see what's into the next room.
Okay. You look to the next room, and how deep, how big does that go?
30 feet.
30 feet. Very good. Okay. So you can pretty much see the whole next room. Looking inside, you get the gist of what appears to be like something of a bedroom. There's bed. However, the bedrooms you've seen were in complete and utter ruin. This one seems to be like well put together. There's stuff kind of lining the walls and everything like that, and you see a vaguely humanoid figure standing in the center of the room.
Ooh.
Is it alive? Because the Ghost Vision can tell.
Every now and then it moves and kind of looks around, but it seems confused.
How big is it?
Like man-sized. It's like a big boy. It's like a man-sized boy.
Well, no, I know, but is it like a 5-foot man?
Seems we got it.
Okay. Was your teeth just like?
My back tooth. I just got a piece of cashew in the hole.
Oh shit.
Splitting fangs. No more nuts. Hello.
Suddenly cat. Always.
She wants to go downstairs, but I got the door open, so I can't go downstairs. She's loose and Chip is in the room.
Okay. Get plenty of smells in.
Oh yeah, first thing he did when I opened the door, I got projects, and he had to go in there and go to the little box.
Oh, show her.
Try going to Facebook.
Okay.
That's the easiest thing.
I don't know, but
Yeah, there it goes.
Worker's done.
Mic check, mic check.
You're welcome back.
All right, cool
We're
beans.
taking a fiber.
Okay, sounds good. Oh yeah, sounds good.
I mean,
right
nature
back.
domain is kind of focused in that direction. It does have like one of the channel divinities is charm animals and plants and animal friendship, speak with animals, all of that stuff, dominate beast.
I ask because I have a character concept I want to play that is just a guy that is just someone with a barrel full of rats on their back,
Okay.
and it's it's a swarm of rats. It does what swarms of rats do: attack people. It's a real Pied Piper situation.
That sounds a
I
lot
mean-
like. Sorry, to interrupt.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, couldn't you just reskin the insect swarm thing?
I suppose. I think that's probably my best idea. I was wondering if there was anything that could explicitly give me what I wanted.
I was gonna say
Like
that.
if I could trade my druid animal companion for a swarm of rats.
Oh yeah, that would actually be. That reminds me of the kobold and Tomb of Annihilation, who would have a swarm of rats in a bag as an attack action. It was the trap kobold with a whole lot of little trap-like
Oh, doesn't he
things.
also have the scorpion on a stick?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Hello.
Hello. I am back.
Hello. Okay.
Welcome
excellent.
back.
Got everything worked out?
Yeah. Who knows? It's just one of those hiccups that makes no sense. It's all magic anyway.
It seems contagious tonight.
Yeah. It's just like
Everyone's having issues.
it's the Russians, man. It's the Russians.
Them dang Russians.
I have a video I have to post now.
Oh, because of Russians?
I've been listening to a lot of true crime recently, and there was this case back in the 80s where they wanted they needed satellite images of a certain area in Ohio, and it turns out the Russians were currently had a satellite just enough above. They were able to take some satellite images and actually hand them over to the FBI to try to solve the case. But it didn't help. It didn't solve the case. But I thought that was interesting.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
We must turn to our greatest enemy
Right.
in our time of need.
Yep.
Them dang Ruskies.
This is the video I was looking for. It's only 30 seconds.
Okay.
Is it weird?
Hang on, it's loading.
We did what we had to do. But it's Easter. Yeah, Easter 2017. And you Russians, you Russian hackers watching this right now, piss me off.
What the fuck? I don't understand. It's just so much. There's so much about it that's just okay. I'm going to be thinking about this for a long time. At any given moment tomorrow during work, I'm going to be thinking, it's Easter. Russians? Hackers?
Okay, is everyone back?
I'm not sure. I'm
I think Reese is still out.
Keely, hello? Keely. Keely. Keely.
Gilly.
Keely.
Gilly. No, it's like death metal. Gilly.
Oh, okay, cool. I found a way to to do what I've wanted to do, just not the way I wanted to do it. Neat.
What did you want to do?
I had a character concept where I wanted to play somebody who carried around a barrel of rats that attacked people.
Okay.
And technically, a swarm of rats counts for beast ranger archetype.
Ah,
So-
technicalities.
Nice.
Because it is a medium creature, quote unquote, with a challenge rating of 1/4 or lower.
Oh yeah.
True. So you're gonna be a barrel of rats ranger.
I'm gonna carry around a barrel of rats.
Are you gonna name how many rats are in a barrel of rats anyway? Is it like 12 or 20 or 40?
One swarm.
Enough.
I suppose it depends on how many you would consider to be in a swarm.
Well, they each need names. That's the thing.
So we had this joke when I was in the Marines about how many Marines could fit in the back of a truck. And whenever somebody asked that, the answer was always at least one more.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, how many Marines can we put in a truck? And it's like, at least one more, sir. And he's like, all right. Sounds good to me. And hello. Next
You're
thing you know,
back.
there's 60 Marines in the back of a truck, and they're like, and then the truck flips and everyone dies, and they're like, how did this happen? It's like, well, it was the captain's fault.
So the list of things I didn't think I'd ever be Googling. How many rats does it take to swarm?
And the answer,
I need an exact amount.
survey
Scientifically.
says,
Okay, so in 3.5, apparently it's 300 rats to make a swarm.
What the
Jesus
fuck?
A medium-sized creature?
Oh my
Well, I mean, you think
gosh.
about
No.
how much does a rat weigh?
Well, if it's
300
medium
rats would take
size,
so much space.
it's like a 5x5, 5x5 square. So 300, I guess, sounds right.
Jesus Christ,
They're
no.
piled on top of each other.
Have you guys seen that picture of the guy who made the to scale combat grid? And he's like standing there
Oh, yeah.
doing a fighting stance. Imagine that full of rats.
Oh my gosh. Okay, now I get it
Okay.
now. I get it now. Yeah, I get
Okay.
like.
I don't know. It just doesn't seem like enough. It doesn't seem like enough to me.
Like, I think 300 is a lot of rats.
Sorry. I was saying. Yeah. Anyway, it just.
Yeah, that I get it now.
That's
That
that's according to 3.5.
And everyone,
Which-
nobody plays 3.5. That's still. Like, there's
Chris,
still
I need you to
very
not.
big.
I need you to not say that, because one of the reasons I quit playing D&D with my old group is because they would literally refuse to change from 3.5.
Yikes.
Oh wow.
Yikes. Hey man, them feats. So, is everyone's back, right?
Yeah.
Yeet. Okay. So when we last left off, Irid had opened the chest and made a bunch of skulls drop, and now there's a gap in the middle of this floor.
Oh.
However, you are aware of the secret door on the far side.
Oh.
Okay, so real quick, guys, about the secret there door. I took a looky-loo through the door with my special eyes, and there is something or someone on the other side that is living? Question mark? It's
Okay.
moving.
How far away is the? How far across is the room?
I can only see 30 feet. Could I see the other end?
You could not
I'm
see
just
the other
wondering,
side.
would I pick anything up with this? Oh no, I
Ah.
would not.
No, you wouldn't.
Worth a shot.
Worth a shot.
Does this
So that floor is completely gone, or is there
The
some
floor
ledge?
is the floor is completely gone. In order to get across this room, you guys are gonna have to jump,
uh
That's a
and
big jump.
and the door would have to be open.
so does the floor give way to the lower are we on the
You're on the upper floor. It's a 30-foot
Oh.
drop straight down to the next room.
Gotcha.
So what room does it drop into?
You don't recognize the room, at least from this angle.
Ooh, fun.
If
This-
Irid closes the lid,
Mm,
does the floor come back?
mm.
You go to close the lid, and as you kind of shut it, there's nothing holding it in place. So as soon as you let go, it just swings back open.
Mm.
There's no latch or anything like that kind of holding it.
I mean, but if Irid just kind of like holds it closed.
No, the floor does not come back.
Gotcha.
The floor.
It's only-
If,
It's only
like,
a 10-foot jump.
I mean, if you guys want, I can try to open this door, but we have to contend with what's on the other side of it.
Why don't we just go around?
Were you able to see if there are any exits out of the room beyond? Or is it a dead end
What's that?
into that room?
You could not see. No.
Oh, okay.
I think this is the only entrance.
Ah. And there was nothing in the chest.
Well, then they're not living. If this is the only entrance, what do they do? Just pile in the skulls every day?
Listen, I don't know how elves work.
You don't know it's
Hey.
an elf.
Hey, Casimir.
Wait a minute.
Listen, as I know, you guys don't need sleep. Like, you guys need food and
How do you
water.
know it's an elf?
I don't, but I don't. It could be an elf.
Why are you making these assumptions? Those are a lot of assumptions here. I mean, I don't need to breathe, but everybody else does.
I mean, I'm weird, but I like.
What if it's one of those elves that doesn't need to eat?
That's not a thing.
All elves need to eat. Every creature needs to eat.
You don't need to breathe. It's not an unreasonable assumption.
No, it's not. It is. All right, Irid is not the leader anymore for sure.
Listen,
I'm gonna go over to this door.
I feel like you guys are being unfair to me.
Aww.
Can I listen at this door?
Make a perception check.
Oh.
I'm done listening to Irid.
But I want to know what's in the room.
It is silent.
There's nothing this way.
Mm.
Yeah.
Should we go down or through the secret door?
I think we should at least check out what's in the secret door because it looked like a really, really nice bedroom. Like it looked really well kept.
I mean, to be fair, you can float, and if you open the door, then you can look in.
And then close
they
it.
probably because there's no floor, so.
I mean, unless it can shoot me with like various missiles and spells.
And something like fireballs that we come across occasionally.
That has been a thing, yeah.
I start
So
opening this door.
no, wait, just let me open
You
this
are
door.
talking and can't see me.
Let me open this door, and if it's bad, you can ripcord me out.
Okay.
I
I'm not
still have
holding
the-
the cord.
I will grab hold of the rope with both hands.
Okay.
Yes.
That's me opening the door. No, I'm kidding.
Okay. Irid, you float down very slowly, and you kind of reach over, and the door's actually a push. So you kind of reach and you push against the door, and it opens slowly with like a. And as it opens, you see the following. This 15-foot high room contains the trappings of royalty. Ornate furniture, exquisite rugs and tapestries, and decorative statuary. Everywhere you look are lit candelabras atop small tables. The beauty of the decor is undone by thick dust and cobwebs. Standing in the center of the room is a decrepit skeleton, clad in tattered robes. Red pinpoints of light burn the skeleton's eye sockets. As it turns to you, it says, "Do I know you?"
Oh, what the fuck?
I'm going to be honest with you. The answer to that question is probably no.
Would you like some tea? I have a kettle on. And he turns and kind of begins shambling across the room. I've got a kettle over here somewhere.
Irid, who are you talking to?
I'm sorry. I thought you were you're over at the other door
visitors!
and can't see me.
No, this is you. This is you. But yeah, we hear you something.
Who are you talking to?
Do come in, have a seat.
Irid's gonna do he's gonna do a cheeky little
I swear to God, Irid.
insight check.
Oh
Go
god.
right ahead. I'm not gonna hurt my feelings.
It's a miserly old skeleton.
Irid is
Nice.
absolutely down for some F&T.
It's tough to read a skeleton.
Oh god.
You fucking. God damn it, Irid.
You can't see shit.
I'm gonna
It's
face.
one of those elves that
Came
doesn't need
back.
to eat us. As far as you know, it's one of those elves
It is an elf that doesn't need to.
Oh, more friends, come in. I have a kettle on. One moment, please.
Oh
That's really-
god. Oh god.
And
I don't want him to die. I told
What
you.
is it?
he kind
No
of
dying.
he kind of reaches over and he has like this rusted, kind of rough looking kettle, and he begins kind of pouring, and it's like this reddish. It's like a brown liquid that he's pouring into some cups. And he has like different mugs and everything, and he kind of gets little saucers that he puts them on, and he's very shaky and actually kind of spills across all the floor, and he kind of walks over to you guys and he says, "Oh, I have an excellent tea on for you," and he hands you some tea, and you guys see as well this red-robed skeleton with tiny red specks in its eyes. It hands out these saucers and says, "Oh, there's more of you. Do come in, please. I have plenty of seating. Come right in. I haven't had visitors in so long."
Reese, I need you to be calm with the memories, because I know
No.
this dude is undead.
Excuse me?
The memories.
Be calm with my memory. Really?
Listen, I didn't want to say call
I'm
them
gonna.
kids,
No,
but,
that's good. I'm gonna use that. That's hilarious.
Reese pulls out an arrow.
Listen, I've done it once. I'll do it again. Just
She
don't.
knocks in.
I swear to God.
I swear to God.
This is a nice old man.
You guys have done this already.
Are you coming in?
I will kill you.
Listen,
Irid.
I want to indulge the nice old man.
He's dead.
Please come in.
He's
Can I
not
verify
old.
that?
Ah.
This is a long time.
Cause you're dead, dude.
Reese, I want to.
Yeah,
This
this guy-
might work for once.
He is a
Don't-
walking skeleton. This guy is
Yeah.
absolutely undead.
Could have been a construct.
Calm my memories. I'm gonna
I
jump
said be
over
calm.
there.
I said
Fuck
be
him.
calm.
Oh my
I'm
god.
jumping over.
Oh my god.
What do I need to make a check to jump over?
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to make an athletics check.
So, how is,
Damn it.
Oh god.
Oh, okay. Can I try to, with one hand, let go of the rope?
Legitimate question. Could Reese, grab onto the rope?
He would immediately pull you down because you're weightless.
Or it would swing her into the wall, even if if you were able to stay up.
Can I let go of the rope and try to snatch her up? There's no way, probably. Because a lot is happening. I don't think Stella was prepared to have to.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Nobody was prepared.
Make a dex check at disadvantage.
Oh, shit.
Oh, you can do it.
Alright, here we go. Stella's got the rope in her hand. She's like, do I pull at this? I hear voices.
I hate to be
Ooh.
one, what
Okay, so I'm sorry, Irid. One moment. We gotta sell this real quick. Because this is actually very big. So Reese, you jump across and you
Fucking damn it.
miscalculate the jump and slam into the ledge on the far side. And as you kind of hit Stella, you kind of reach out, but you're not able to reach her.
Ah, sorry.
As you hit Reese, you slide back and fall 30 feet.
Ooh, shit.
don't suppose any of the skulls break or fall.
Oh, shit.
Nope. They
A
just make
couple of
things
them
worse.
do.
You take 14 points of damage. I need you to roll initiative.
Oh, fuck me. This is so messed up. Oh my god.
I'll have everyone roll initiative.
This is what you get for trying to ruin this moment with this nice old man.
Oh.
I swear to God.
This is the first time diplomacy might actually work in Curse of Strahd, and you've ruined it.
No.
To be fair, I mean, between Reese and I, our charisma is still less than yours.
To be fair, if you hadn't brought up my fucking memory, this wouldn't have happened.
I said, but calm your memories, and this
Yeah.
is exactly why.
And guess what? I didn't.
And now look where you are, in a pit.
When you say that to somebody, it has the opposite effect.
Okay, Reese, real quick. You are in a room. You're in a room, all right. The amber doors that once sealed this great stone room have been smashed. Their pieces lying amid crushed bones, armor, and weapons. And you kind of look around. You see all the skulls kind of scattered about, but there's nothing else in this room. What do you do?
Can I see? I
Yeah,
can see stuff.
you can
How-
see. It's
How
dark.
big did you say it was?
I'm not gonna move you to the other room just because I don't think this is gonna last long. But you're in like the top left corner of this room, and the room is about 40 feet across with a small alcove.
I take out the. Sorry.
Oh, that was you. I
Oh, I
thought
don't
that was
mind.
Chris. Oh my goodness. Wow.
It's funny when you land on numbers. The crunch actually doesn't sound like a crunch. It sounds like a burp. I take out the shake weight.
Okay.
My shake weight. So it takes a bonus action to activate the sword. So instead of saying I activate the sun sword, because that's boring, I say I shake it like a shake weight. Or like one of those, flashlights that you gotta shake or twist or something to make work.
So the,
Anyway.
so the sun sword is out.
Yeah.
The room is now illuminated. Do you do anything else with your turn?
How the fuck do I get out of here, you guys? I don't feel like this is. She wouldn't feel threatened in this.
Do you have
moment,
any?
right?
Do you have any levitates left?
No.
Ah, shit. Well, I didn't.
wasted
Then I
it
don't
on
have
you.
any. I don't have any other better options for you.
Kieran, are you doing anything to help Reese at the moment?
Reese, are you okay?
Don't talk to me.
All right, I'll talk
This
to
is
this
your
nice
fault.
I'll talk to this nice old man.
Do we have
Oh.
any more rope?
This is your fault.
So,
Stella, do you do anything to help? Do you do anything to help Reese?
Let's see.
Can I have some rope? I
Oh,
can climb.
It looks like you didn't. It looks like Dabra didn't get a chance to roll, but I don't think Dabra, you're not really interested in helping either, are you?
Oh, I missed. It was a 3. I
3.
just forgot to click.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's after me.
Can
I
you toss
don't.
me down some rope?
I'm not certain that I have any rope left to spare.
I have rope.
Okay, that's
think.
good. Can you cast levitate on the rope then? If you can't
Ooh,
cast
I
it on
can
yourself.
cast- Nope, I can't.
I
I'm
don't know
out
how
of
spells
second
work.
level spells.
Oh, I see.
I can toss it
Hey,
up
I
to you.
did it again.
Hey, all right.
How about that?
Same fucking terrible roll.
Yahtzee.
Okay, well, I have rope. I could toss it to Stella, but it's not my turn.
Okay, it's now the poltergeist's turns.
What?
They are
Ooh,
going to.
Fuck.
They're gonna move up on you. They're gonna move up on you.
Do I need to be on the map? I kind of like to know where they are, to be fair.
They're invisible, hon.
It don't fucking matter.
It don't matter. Spatial awareness don't matter because they're up on you and they're all gonna start hitting you. So that's gonna be 4 distinct attacks. 1 does 14 hit?
No.
11,
Nope.
19.
I was gonna say if they all don't miss, I'm just gonna feel like they're like. Yeah,
Is it
the
19
19 hits. Yes.
8 force, and then a 16, 13 force.
Oh shit.
Oh fuck! There's something down here.
I tried to.
Help!
Could I have on my
On
turn
that-
kind of like try to speak across the expanse and be like, Earage, cut the rope.
Yeah, I think that's free. That's,
All right.
That's totally cool.
If he
Gabrielle,
has,
do you want
yeah.
to do anything, or are you
I
talking
mean,
to the?
am I even aware of this?
You heard her slam, and you hear a bit of a commotion in the corner.
Okay.
But it seems like this was it's kind of what was going on beforehand.
Yeah, I was
Um,
gonna say. I'm gonna turn around and just kind of glance over there and be like, "What? What's going on?"
Getting fucked.
You hear a distant
Yep.
voice.
So I'm gonna walk over and just look down and
You see Reese in the hole 30 feet down.
With the sun sword.
With the sun sword out, and you can see there's a couple. Looks like she just got hit a couple times.
Okay.
My nose is bleeding.
I'm
just gonna put myself in the hole.
I was gonna say, do you want me to help, or do you have this?
There's something down here.
I'm just gonna point, sort of like right next to her.
I can't stop. It's really funny.
So
Get that ground.
yeah, the bell tolls, but you need to be able to see a target.
Oh.
Unfortunately for that
Do
one
you?
to work.
It doesn't say.
With Toll the Dead?
Oh, yeah, it does say you can see.
Oh.
Oh well.
So the bell tolls, but affects no one.
For whom the bell tolls no one.
Reese, what would you like to do?
I throw the rope up to Stella.
Okay. Stella, we can say you were preparing to catch it.
All right.
Cool.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So Stella managed to reach out and grab the
Yeah.
rope and manages to hold it.
I got one rope in one hand, one on the other. I'm gonna save everyone. Got it.
The old skeleton man looks back. What's going on?
Climb up.
You can climb. Stella, make me a strength check. Real quick.
All right. Hell yeah, we can do this. Get angry.
Reese isn't all that heavy, so it's not going to be very difficult. Yeah. So with that, Stella proves to be sufficient enough anchor for you to rise up out of the hole. It seems the poltergeists had moved in, hit you, and then floated away, so they don't get opportunity.
I don't know what the fuck those were.
And you guys have
Come hit
solved.
me.
You guys have solved my poltergeist puzzle.
And now I'm in a lot of pain.
Ugh.
Stella,
Jace.
can you throw me across?
Sure I can. I'd love to. That'd be
I
fun.
just healing word to do.
Is everything okay over there? What's going on? Who are you?
I just well, we are travelers. And
Oh, travelers.
I hate one to pry, but what are you doing here? It seems like this place has been empty for a long, long time.
What am I doing here? I'm well, I live here. I don't. Who wants tea?
Let me over. You guys move. Please. I guess. I'm coming over there.
Well, I would.
You would rather
Enjoy.
I keep my memories over here.
Well, I was gonna say I would enjoy some tea.
Oh, all right. Let me pour you a glass. You keep in mind you are holding a glass in your hand already, and he turns and begins pouring another cup. And he kind of walks over and hands it over to you.
Thank you.
You now have 2 cups of tea. There you go. Some tea for you. Would you like some tea, miss?
I've got. Is it actually tea? Like, because
It is most definitely not. This is rusty water.
Rust. Yeah,
Can
that's
I-
what I
Yeah.
assumed.
Can I hear the speaking about tea?
Yeah, well.
Hello! Hello, over there. I am Stella Adunathala. I am leader of this group and I would love some tea. I am making my way over.
Come on over. Who
I'm-
are you?
I'm tying the rope around myself.
I'm here with my friend Reese. I do not know her last name, but she has one, I'm sure. We will be over there momentarily. We have apparently survived some invisible something over here in this area.
I will have tea made. Just okay. Who are you all?
I'm
hand-
Stella.
Oh, jeez.
We are travelers.
I hand the other end of the rope to Stella.
I
Here.
grab it. I grab it.
Oh,
If I fall, just hold on.
make an athletics check.
I'm
Let's
gonna
see if you can
sit
enter my home.
down.
You sit on a nice. This is a very comfortable couch.
Fuck
As you kind of
yeah.
sit down, it's very like well upholstered. There's a bit of dust. There's like a layer of dust on it. And you can see as he's kind of moving around, he's like stepping down onto the floor and everything like that, and the footprints he's leaving. He seems like he's been standing in one place for a very long time.
Oh,
and
awesome.
hasn't moved until you guys got here.
Oh, wow.
So Reese, you do manage to make your way across as Casimir just kind of shoots you a glance like, fucking all right.
I'm great.
Okay. Hello, more travelers. Come on in, have a drink. Who are you?
I look at Stella and I untie the rope for myself, but I'll hold the other end.
I'll take the other end and I'll do like a 5 feet kind of leap over, probably much more than is needed to make it across the expanse.
Okay, yeah, I think because your strength is so high and you're taking the 10-foot run up, I think, yeah, I don't think you even need to make a roll. Like,
Oh, okay.
You make it across.
All right.
He says, "Oh, there's more. Well, let me get you some tea. Have a seat. Get comfortable." And he begins pouring glasses, and he walks over. And Dabria, he hands you another saucer and cup. Irid, he hands you a 3rd cup. Reese, he hands you a cup.
I put my hand up and I say, I'm actually allergic to tea.
Oh, that's unfortunate. And he turns and he walks over to Stella, and he hands Stella a cup. And he walks over to Casimir, hands Casimir a cup. And he walks back over to you, Reese, and begins handing you a cup.
I'm
Oh,
allergic.
Oh,
Someone stop
awesome.
Stella and make sure Stella doesn't drink the tea.
Stella,
Oh.
don't drink the tea.
That's very unfortunate.
This is just the meme. Guy can't hold all these lemons, but it's Irid and teacups.
He has 3 teacups now, and I just keep pulling them out of this drawer. It seems I'm running low. Oh no. Who are you?
I want to look around the room.
Trap?
Travelers. Make a perception check,
Who
Reese.
are you?
Oh. I'm, well, I'm... Who wants tea?
Do you want some tea?
I would love some, thank you.
Maybe you should have a seat. Let us pour you some tea.
Oh, that sounds like a wonderful idea.
Garrett is gonna
I walk
hand,
over.
Garrett's
down.
gonna hand this man one of his 3 teacups.
Reese, with your perception check, you see a secret door here and a secret door here.
Okay. Are there any papers indicating who the hell this guy is?
Yes, actually, a second. You see, on a divan. I don't know what a divan is.
It's like a type of couch.
Like a type of couch. Oh,
Yeah.
well, like
A
The
Donovan?
side reclining type ones.
so I guess. Oh, so it's actually right next to you, Dabria. I think that's what that is over there. So next to you, Dabria, is an ancient bronze-covered spell book, and it's in plain view. And inscribed on the spine, you see inscribed on the spine. Inscribed on the spine, you see the title, "The Incants of Exathanter."
Exathanter.
Who are you?
Over.
And I can, I'm not gonna read that. This looks like a spell book. Does anybody?
Oh, is this your spell book?
Oh,
What is that?
It's a book with
Oh,
spells in it.
I don't.
I
I'm
walk
gonna
up.
poke this bear.
I walk up to the fella and I say,
Hi there. Who are you?
"Hi, I am
Do
Stella.
I know you?
I don't believe you do. Good sir, I am Stella Athenarthala. What is your name?"
Is it Exacanther? Or whatever the fuck it was, Crush?
If you say the name on the book, I'll type it out.
Shit. Well done.
You say the name on the book, and you see like a small flash of arcane energy from over here, as like it's like a reddish kind of spark, just kind of shoots out. That's it.
Does it hit Casimir?
Nope, it doesn't do any damage. It just
Damn
seems like a spell ended, as he just kind
Oh.
of sits there.
Does
I
di-
don't know who that is.
Oh. Do you remember? Do you know your name? Is your name Exathanter?
I don't. Would any of you like some tea?
I would
Oh,
love
Zacharias got it.
some of your tea. I would love some of your tea.
I have a real bad question to ask.
Hmm?
So the thing that removed or that gave Irrid his hit points back. Do you think that same spell could like give this dude his memory back?
He is dead.
yeah, possibly. Not something I can do.
Fair.
He's
I
dead.
just want.
Do you all,
doesn't
ask.
have his memories.
how are you all liking my home?
It's lovely.
It's
And
quite
also,
comfortable.
Who are you?
We're your
Oh.
friends.
Oh, friends. I haven't had friends visit in so long.
Yeah, I know. It took us a while to get here. There's a trap outside your.
Well, I don't know anything about that.
Tell me, Xanthi, Xanthi,
Oh,
you know anything about the doors downstairs? We had a tough time getting here because they were closed. You had to take a real roundabout way. You know anything about getting them open so we could get back here?
I don't know. No, I don't know. I have books here.
Oh, really? Where?
Rather in the cases. You're free to look. Can I ask, who are all of you? What are you doing here? Do I know you?
I'm your sister-in-law.
Oh,
What the fuck?
I wanna look for those bookcases. Where are those at?
there's one here. There seems to be a chest of drawers here.
Yeah, we
Uh,
begin just turning everything over, like fucking shit up.
No, let's not do that to the nice old skeleton man.
Yeah.
Irid doesn't have a strong sense of morality, but this one will not fly.
You see scattered on the table, or I'll do Reese first. Reese, as you're looking through the desk, you see a bunch of, or through the bookcase, you see a bunch of scrolls that are kind of stuffed into like small alcoves, like diamond alcoves, kind of like a wine rack.
Yeah. I take them out.
Okay, you take one out and kind of open it up, and it just looks like smudges. It doesn't look like anything even approaching language.
Okay. I'll keep pulling them out and putting them back in until I find something that is worth it.
Okay, make an investigation check. And
yeah.
Stella, as you're kind of looking over the table, you can see what look to be like a bunch of like wizard spell components. And
Ah.
Casimir is actually looking as well. And they're kind of scattered about. There is dust kind of over them. And you do see a black kind of velvet bag that's kind of at the edge of the desk.
I will snatch up the bag and open it.
Okay, you open it up and look inside, and it seems to be various like types of jewels.
I
Is there a diamond worth 100 GP
Yeah.
in there?
I'll bring it over here to Dabria.
Oh.
And
So there's 10 jewels inside, each ranging from each one about 20 gold pieces.
And they're just random assorted gems.
Let me check. They are. It just says gem.
Cool.
We can check. I can roll randomly to see if any of them are diamonds. If that's cool with you guys.
Sure.
ooh, yeah, that would be cool.
So okay. So I don't know how. What's like a fair way to do this?
16 to 20 on a d20.
Okay, so I'll just do that 10 times. 10 d20. Boom. So there's 1
Ooh.
diamond, 2 diamond, 3, or 1 diamond, 2 diamond, 3 diamond.
Fuck yeah.
4 diamond.
Ooh, yeah.
And then there's one diamond that's real pretty.
Nice. Good
1
deal.
diamond is real nice.
Wow.
Real nice.
That worked out pretty good, actually.
Yep. I now have 80 gold pieces worth of diamonds.
Oh, shit.
Anything out of my investigation check on the
No,
bookshelf?
all the scrolls in here look like they were written like they are in very poor shape. They're rough, and all the writing in it is smudged. And as you guys are kind of looking through, Exofanter just kind of looks like, who are all of you? Would any of you like some tea?
We've
I
had
can't
some
believe
tea.
you wouldn't recognize your own wife, he says as he gestures towards Reese.
Oh,
Oh,
well,
Or
congratulations.
your own son.
oh,
And I point back at Irid.
my family. It's been so long since
Yeah.
I've seen all of you. It's so nice.
Yo,
Irid's
father.
gonna give this old man a hug.
Oh, gross.
He is a skeleton. He is a skeleton. He is not. He's barely a man.
It'll be a mostly air hug, but he's still going in.
You give him an old hug, and he hugs you back. And he says, "This is. I don't know what's happening, but this is nice."
I say,
I want to go over to...
I say, father, do you know any spells?
Spells. I'm something of a wizard, I could say. And this is how's this for mystic delights. And he casts Mage Hand.
Oh, shit.
Oh, that works. Fuck, that's not good. I look at Dabri and I'm like, keep that fucking book.
Well, you have the book.
Oh, okay. I keep the book.
Do you look through the book?
I don't look through it, but I've put it in my bag.
Okay. Let me check something.
I'd rather have it than him.
Yeah, I didn't even want to pick it up.
So you put the bag in your bag. You put the book in your bag.
Book in my bag.
As you're kind of holding it and walking across the room, you see the guy kind of looks at. What are you doing with that?
You said we could take the books,
Oh, not that book.
but I'm your wife.
No, that one has to stay.
Why?
I need it.
For what?
He stands.
I'm
Oh,
just
no.
asking a simple question.
I need that.
For what, though?
It is mine.
Which book is this?
His spell book.
Gotcha. Well, I think we can leave this here. Eerie kind of shoots a glance around at everybody and then looks up at the door to the north.
You didn't
like,
see the door. I saw the door.
No, I saw the red spark off of it
Oh,
when he
that's
spoke
fair.
his name.
Everybody saw the red spark. Will you? Can you put my book on the table, please? That's you are welcome to most things in here, but that in particular, you are.
I put it slowly back on the table,
Thank you.
right next to me.
He sits back down. Now, if you could all do me a favor and tell me who are all of you?
Oh my god.
Okay.
Chris, are you getting tired of asking that question yet?
Not at all.
I could do this all night.
I pull out the shake weight. I don't shake it. I just look at everybody.
No.
Nope.
Why?
Here it doesn't have a moral compass, but this one's going too far.
Why?
You had no problem with killing the Nothics.
It's because Nothics are gross, and this is a nice skeleton old man.
Thick sock world.
Are any of us aware who?
Yeah, I was gonna
character-
say,
are
yeah,
any
out of
us
character.
Aware who this is?
Can we roll? Okay, so yeah, there's nothing we
None
can
of us
roll. There's
know
nothing.
None of you would have the knowledge.
I
What
see.
about Casimir?
Ooh.
Actually, no, he wouldn't either.
So we
He is just as confused as all of
That
you.
aside, she would still be upset about this.
Once
Irid,
again.
why?
Look at him. What's he hurting?
well,
He just waves.
Apparently, a lot of people. If we take this book with us,
clearly he's under some kind of spell, right? He's under some kind of spell. He's so
it
confused.
was his.
Look at him. He's
And
not
now
even
it
human. He's a
continues
skeleton.
To be his. It's not like he can hear like having machinations against the greater population of Barovia. He's fixing us multiple glasses of tea because he's lonely and
water.
forgetful.
Rust,
He stands
rust
up.
water.
He stands up and begins pouring more cups of tea.
I'm
and
allergic. Thank you.
Oh,
Reese.
okay.
Reese, I think Irid makes a good point. Regardless of what he is, this is his item and it belongs to him. I suppose we should leave it.
It did belong to him until he died.
And now now he continues to be dead. But he
Reese, when you say died, he stops.
Shit.
This is why I asked you to calm your memory.
He kind of looks down. He looks down at the tea kettle he's holding. Is that?
Yes.
He stands back up. And he looks back at everyone. Do I know you? You all seem so familiar. Would you like some tea?
No.
If any of you died, would you like to be stuck in this state?
No, please, no.
I mean, I forget. No.
What if his soul's still in him? What if his soul is forever stuck in that body until somebody comes along and sets it free? So he can move on.
Irid, she makes a good point as well.
For the record, I'm not answering this one. I'm not going. We're not doing that again.
So when you say not doing what again? Are you
I'm
just not gonna weigh? Are you just not gonna weigh in, or?
No. I'm not talking. I'm not talking to her again because we've already done that twice today.
I mean, that's
We're
cool.
not
We don't-
asking you to do that.
I'm
Yeah,
just
we're just.
letting you
asking
know in
your
advance.
We're asking
I have
your
no
opinion, not
opinion.
hers.
Why is everyone so angry?
We're
Because
not
we
angry.
haven't had our tea today.
Oh, what? I can fix that.
It's okay, I'm allergic.
And he begins pouring.
No,
I think I'm cracking Mike up too. He doesn't even know the other end of the conversation.
I say, Mr. Exevanter, do you,
Who's that?
that's you, my friend. Are you happy here, alone? With your
Well, I'm
tea?
not alone. My friends are here. You're all my friends, right?
yes.
Yes.
Are you happy? Are you content?
Who can be upset around friends like all of you?
Then you're...
Well, what happens when we go away? What do you do?
What were you doing before we arrived?
He kind of looks around.
Were you
I
just standing here, not doing anything?
No, you, my friends, you're here. Who wants tea? This-
I don't think we should keep questioning him like this.
Yeah, it's
That's
just
not a
at
good
this,
way to break this.
at
It's
this
only
point-
upsetting us, you guys. We already told him he was dead and he didn't do anything.
Maybe we should just leave him where he is. Leave his things where they belong.
Maybe we can find another diamond and come back and fix this.
To
Do we-
do what? To fix it how?
I don't know.
Make
Spell-
him better? Bring him back?
Memory loss is a hell of a drug, right?
This is more than memory loss. He's
If he can,
dead.
if he can
Oh,
cast
friends.
spells, then he'd be a worthy ally.
Or a
Or-
dangerous enemy.
I can cast
Exactly.
spells. Watch my mystic powers. And he casts Ray of Frost. across the
Shit.
room.
Oh,
And
okay.
And it just hits the wall.
As he's casting that, I flip the book open.
You do.
Yeah, but I want to do it secretly. See me do it.
Make a sleight of hand check.
Sleight of hand. Absolutely.
The sounds of Michael rushing.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I hear
It's
him.
very loud.
The spell hits the wall and he kind of stops as Reese, you throw the book open real quick,
Yeah.
and he kind of turns towards you, and he kind of lowers his arms. I'd appreciate it if you didn't touch that.
Oh, I'm so sorry. And I go to close it, but I look at the spell that's on the page that I flipped it open to.
Okay, roll. Let's see. Hold on. 1, 2, 3.
Speed that magic.
Wow, that's good.
I just want to see if there's like a title of a spell or.
No, that's good. I really like that. As a DM, I've never really thought about, being able to see a spell as it's being cast from a spell book. That's cool.
Make me a Arcana check.
I want to use my inspiration on this.
Okay.
I feel like this is important.
Okay. You kind of look down and you recognize the runes from your travels. This is a dispel magic. The spell on this page is dispel magic.
But it's a thick book, yeah?
It's a pretty thick book. You were like kind of right in the middle of it.
I close it.
Okay. He casts Mage Hand and picks the book up and moves it over towards the tea set and sets it down. Right. Who would like some tea? And he pulls out more cups.
Do you have any milk to go with the tea?
Maybe. Let me look through.
Oh, that's okay. I'm lactose intolerant.
Oh.
You guys, come on. Gotta
What?
fucking.
The hell are you doing?
Let's
Me?
go. Yeah, let's leave him.
Yeah.
I'm proving
It's-
a point.
It's been nice, y'all. I mean, it's been nice, Xanthi. We'll be back. We're just gonna take a quick jaunt to the store for some milk.
Oh, okay. We'll be back soon. I'm,
Lonely? You're pretty lonely here?
no, I'm... Who are all of you? Welcome. Would you like some tea?
I would like to refuse
any-
your offer of tea. No, thank you.
That kind of just continues. He just kind of does that for a little while. So, where would you guys like to go?
I push on the door.
Okay. You open this door. That is too much. And you see the following. Behind the secret door is a small, dusty room. Rising from the floor in the eastern half of the room is a scaly arm and claw clutching a small box made of bone.
What's
Or-
the claw made from?
Reservoir is a scaly arm and claw. It seems to be made of stone. And in the claw's clutches is a small box made of bone.
I'm gonna go back and sit on the couch.
You know what? That
See,
sounds like
now-
a capital fucking idea.
I'm pretty sure
Rockin'.
Jake knows what this is, but Irid
I-
would not.
I look
Can you
at
make a check?
Casimir and I wiggle my finger like, "Come here, Casimir."
Can Irid make like a religion check or an arcana check to see if you can identify what this is?
How about both of you make me Arcana checks, and Casimir is going to as well.
Ooh,
I've
Irid's
been
pulling
getting
up.
so lucky with my Arcana, except for then.
Irid and Casimir, you guys look, and you kind of look through, you remember through your studies and everything, stories of powerful magical beings that have surpassed life and have gone beyond in their magical studies. And seeing this kind of artifact in the center of this this hand kind of solidifies all of that for you. That was a lich, and that's his phylactery.
Oh shit!
What does it mean when a lich gets to that point?
I turn to Darby and I say, "What do you think they found in there? They look pretty serious
So-
right now."
With a 19, would
Oh my
Irid
God.
know what the proper way for disposing of this is?
No, he's just heard about it in his studies.
Gotcha. I mean,
Would
you know
I?
what this means, right, Reese?
That for once in your guys' life, you were right when I was wrong. I'm glad we didn't kill him. But also, how is he still? How is he standing? If he's got to that point, shouldn't he have regenerated?
I think if the body is destroyed, then he would come back regenerated. But I think the thing is that maybe the body just hasn't been destroyed, or maybe it's been so long that he's just kind of decayed and ended up here.
Or if the fact that the bone thing is in the clutches of a fist, maybe something's keeping him from regenerating. Maybe somebody already did what you had asked. Either way, we need to get them out of that fucking.
I don't think he's dangerous though. I just think he's.
Yeah. There's
Well,
a lot of
I've-
spells in that book, Arid.
There's a lot of spells in that book, but I think on the flip side of that, I feel like nothing is going to come of this until A, we try to mess with his book some more, or B, we try to mess with this.
Well, it's probably best then to get me as far away from it as possible, because I'll keep fucking with him until we kill him, because that is the epitome of what I want to destroy.
No, I gotcha. And, watching that whole display in there was, well, it's sad. Memory losses.
It's not. Oh my god! I walk away.
What do you mean?
It's not memory loss.
Real quick, you did also see the secret door back here
Yeah.
behind this desk.
Yeah.
What do you mean it's not fucking memory loss?
It's not memory loss. He's dead. In some form, he's dead. He's not actually here.
Yeah, but a lich typically retains memory.
Oh, hello, new friends. Welcome.
Lich typically regenerates too, and look. I
He
motion
waves.
towards him.
Is there anything about the claw that is giving off magical energy, not so much the box itself?
You would need to detect magic for that, my boy. Do you want Casimir to cast it?
That'd be cool.
Cool. Yeah, he casts it, and he kind of stays in this room for a minute, and he just says, yeah, that's necromancy, bruh.
Well, no. Well, I figured the boxes, but what about the thing holding it?
No, it's just stone. Nothing.
I come back out and I tell these two what we found.
That's all gibberish to me.
That would I know anything about?
I think, given your background and your relationship with your deity, I think you are well aware what a lich is.
Okay.
There's a door behind the desk. I go over and I push on it.
Will all of you be staying for tea?
Oh no, we went to the store to get milk, but they were out. We gotta go to a different store now.
Well, all right.
What? What the fuck are you guys doing?
We're having a small tea with milk. Naturally, that's what you
having a
do
small
at
tea with
Dungeons and
milk,
Dragons.
says
It's
Amy.
the tea time part of the game.
It's tea
Gabrielle-
time part of
Yeah,
Dungeons and
Gabrielle-
Dragons.
Oh, I was just wondering if I would know how to
What's going on?
get rid of the phylactery.
I would need you to make either Arcana or Religion check.
Oh god. Okay.
Well, hey, you are well aware that doing a significant amount of radiant damage would be enough to make it go bye bye.
Does she share this info with the group?
Does you share this info with the group?
I would. Oh, yeah.
Listen,
Yeah.
Reese, if you want to do this, I will use one of my spells, and then you can use one of yours, and we can strike this thing at the same time.
I mean, I have nothing that can do that.
Yes, you get points to the sun sword.
Oh yeah, that's right. Looks at the shake weight.
I can't too.
All right, well then, at least Stella and Casimir stay out here and fucking make sure he doesn't try to kill us or something.
Okay. I can manage that.
All right, you have a lovely evening. Bye.
Oh, it was very nice meeting all of you. I would. He looks down at you, Stella. Hello.
Hi.
And I push Casimir out.
I make my way across and I say, that tea of yours, is it your own special brew, or do you have a recipe you'd like to share?
Oh, I've had it for some time. I couldn't share the recipe. I don't know it off the top of my head, but you are welcome to have some if you would like.
Of course, and I kind of hold up my small, tiny teacup in my big old hand and allow him to pour me a bit.
He pours you a little cup.
And I
He
sip at
dispenses
it.
quietly.
I sip at it.
It is rusty water. Luckily, you guys got your tetanus shots before coming to Barovia.
It's lovely.
Because
Thank you.
Otherwise, you're gonna get some lockjaw. Okay, so those are so phylactery team. What are you guys doing?
Shake weight.
Shake weight.
Bolt.
Okay, so who's shooting first?
I think we were gonna try and do it as close to the same time as possible.
I'll go after Dabria.
Okay.
She's doing guiding pull. I want a good shot on
Oh,
this
that's
thing.
true. Yeah.
Dabra, give me a roll on that. Luckily for you, it is stationary.
Mm-hmm.
Don't really have. Yeah, so I'll say a 12. A 12 will hit the stationary box. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay.
So it's gonna be what, 29?
29.
With that, as this bolt kind of flies from your hand, it impacts the box and it's just burned away in divine light. And as that happens, Stella, you're kind of standing there having this like kind of nice conversation with Exithancer, and he goes, "Oh," and you watch as his red kind of pinpoint eyes in his skull just kind of fade away, and he goes, oh, and he falls over and he just turns to dust.
Oh, well, that wasn't so bad.
I
It's
don't
done?
so good, whoever you are.
It's done?
I don't feel good, stranger.
Oh, well. Whatever you did in there, it worked.
Are we does it look like it worked on our end?
Casimir just kind of looks, this feels fucking gross.
Listen, I'm
You-
kind of with.
You gotta understand, that was something that should not have existed.
Yeah.
Aside from
Did we-
Reese.
Did we know that would happen?
Casimir.
He just
He-
sort of evaporated.
I did.
That's just strange. He just was here and then he's gone.
Casimir goes over and opens up the spell book and he looks through, and he goes, "Holy shit!
What could he have killed us with?
Okay. So we'll just go from the top. He had Disintegrate, Finger of Death, and he kind of flips towards the end. Power
Those
Word,
sound bad.
Kill.
Those sound real bad.
Oh, good.
But he was nice. He could have.
He's nice now.
I walk behind Casimir and I poke him on the shoulder.
He kind of looks up at you. Can you use this?
I hold my hand out and I say, "No, but you can't either."
I can, and he pulls out his own spell book.
Yes, but not with this one. And I try to take the other one away from.
Wait a minute.
Oh, good enough.
No, Reese.
No, I can legitimately use this.
Did you all forget the conversation we had just had downstairs like 2 hours ago?
Listen,
Look, I don't know how spells work, but they're pretty much the same thing in each spellbook, right? They're written the same way. I don't know how any of this works.
What happens when some shit happens with his sister and everything turns belly up and he uses Disintegrate on us?
Well, I can't cast that high. It's just good to have for later. And if everything goes well, then that's not going to be an issue, is it?
I do not like him having that spellbook.
you don't like a lot of things, I realize.
I like being live. I like you guys being live.
Well,
I
if
think-
I have this spell book, I have a pretty good chance of making sure that doesn't happen to anyone.
And a pretty good chance of making sure that we die if you want us to.
I don't know, we still have the action economy, so...
He kind of shrugs.
Listen,
Look, this is really good for everyone, I think.
I think it is too, but I don't know how spells work. But still, I think if I come across a weapon of some kind that someone else was wielding, I would like to take it and use it. I think the same
You
thing.
guys have done that like so many times.
Well, he makes a good point, Reese. And I've seen spell books before, and
Can I look at it?
I walk away.
He kind of
I sit by the wall.
hands it over to you, Dabria.
So can I like just flip through and see what he probably would be able to cast?
Yeah. You had the highest level spell you've seen him cast was Cone of Cold, which is the level 5. And this spell book has the following spells. You don't have if you want to write these down, then. But he's Detect Magic, Magic Missile, Shield, Thunder Wave, and then that's level 1. Level 2 is Detect Thoughts, Invisibility, Acid Arrow, Mirror Image. Level 3, Animate Dead, Counterspell, Dispel Magic, Fireball. Level 4, Blight, Dimension Door. Level 5, Cloud Kill, Scrying. And then 6, Disintegrate, Globe and Vulnerability. 7, Finger of Death, Plane Shift. 8, Dominate Monster, Power Word Stun. And 9, Power Word Kill.
Oh. I don't like it. I'm gonna hand him the book back.
Thank you.
well, Dabria, what do you think? I trust your opinion more than most.
Can I look at him and see just general demeanor?
Yeah, like, is he gonna try to murder all of you?
Yeah,
Make an insight check.
that's a terrible roll.
With a 16, you don't really get that vibe from him.
That's a freaking terrible roll. Well, okay. I don't like any of this. I don't like any of this, but if we go to the castle,
If I'm suddenly able to cast this
Mm.
gigantic spell, and I do manage to kill one of you, it will not take you all very long to take me down.
it's not. We need all the help we can get, guys. I don't like it,
Agreed.
but
I've already given up this fight. I'm obviously not going to persuade anybody, and I push on the wall where the door should be.
Okay.
Casimira,
Anybody else?
Casimir, one
Sorry,
thing
Stella.
before we leave. I think it should be known that if you betray us, I will take your head from your shoulders and desecrate your body more than you can even imagine. If you've not been made entirely aware, these people mean a very good amount to me, and I will end you.
Thank you for the warning, Stella.
Okay,
I will, I will try not to kill them while you're around.
very good then.
Also,
kinda
don't
smiles.
forget who I can talk to.
I don't know who that is.
Cool.
Okay. So moving right along, you guys managed to move the desk out of the way, and gain access to the door right here. How do you open it?
Me.
You open the door and find
Oh shit, we're crazy.
dust and cobwebs fill this otherwise empty room. Make me a perception check.
I was gonna say this can't be an empty room.
In the meantime, I'm just gonna lean over to Casimir and be like, I will have the Raven Queen leave your soul in eternal torment if you betray us.
He kind of nods and leans over. I don't know who that is.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
You will know.
I love my friends.
It doesn't matter if you know who it is.
You don't agree with me, but you agree with me. I love it.
Oh
Got it.
shit, that's so
Understood.
fucking awesome.
Um,
That's so fucking awesome. We are the best, you guys.
Reese,
Secret door?
you do find another secret door back here. It is not trapped or anything. You throw it open, and you see the
Ooh.
following.
Birthday party.
This stone library has 20-foot high walls and 30-foot high vaulted ceiling. And a 30-foot high vaulted ceiling. Covering the ceiling is a fresco that depicts angels being set ablaze in hell. A black marble railing encloses a gold marble staircase that spirals gently down a 30-foot wide, 30-foot deep shaft to the north. Against the gray wall stand 6 10-foot tall black marble bookcases. On their shelves are hundreds of well-preserved tomes. Embroidered rugs, chairs, and lit candelabras fill the southern half of this room.
This looks super cozy. Come on, guys, come in. We could totally rest here. It's so
Here it is.
cozy.
You're just gonna do an investigation check, just kind of looking over the books in the bookshelves.
Okay, roll me investigation.
No.
Oh. Are those books?
You look through. I don't know what to do with the one. You're kind of like looking at all the books and everything, and you go and you pull one out, and you open it up, and it actually, the binding like in the middle is like a little bit rotted, but like you accidentally pull it too much to the side, you just break it in half.
Ugh. Did you mean to do that?
That's what you get with a one.
Yes, that was intent. No, I'll be real. That was an accident.
You destroy the book.
Casimir's eyes
Yeah.
just go wide. You can have that book back.
The spell book?
The spell book?
Yeah, I'm kind of kidding.
Oh.
What do you mean you're kind of Oh, now you're kidding. Oh, you're a real funny guy, Casimir.
Damn you, Casimir.
There's a lot in here, guys.
Oh. I'll walk
start
up to
looking.
one and start looking myself like I know what I'm doing. As I walk up to this book and I kind of like fingered the tomes, the binds. I'm like, ah, yes.
I forget if we've established this, but can Stella read?
Haltingly, yeah, she can read.
I want to look for any books that are about this place. Like I start just pulling random books out and see if I figure out what the fuck this place is.
Okay. Similar to Irid's book, as you pull the book out and open it up, Irid, you didn't really have a chance to look before it split in half. All the pages inside of these books seems to be blank. None of the books have like actual covers on them.
What?
They don't. I mean, they have covers. They just don't have like titles.
Okay, what about the insides?
The insides are all blank pages.
They're
I
decorative.
put the book back. I'm like, I don't think we should rest here.
No,
no, wait.
Casimir. No, this is
This
something
isn't
else.
right.
They're just books, though.
No, this isn't
have-
right.
I have an idea. Read the name on the spine of the spell book.
Exithanter?
Nothing happened.
Well, shit.
Can I use
My
that
only
as a
thought
phrase?
was that maybe the name was some kind of like activation to see like
Yeah.
the.
We used it plenty.
Eyes of the Grey.
You do not. You do. Oh, hold on. Let me. No, you
It's
don't.
the whole
You do
feat.
not detect any undead.
Ah.
Okay.
This isn't. Stella, usually books have titles and words
gonna-
written on the pages.
These
These
are.
An
don't.
idea. It's a terrible idea, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to grab one of the books. 'Cause
Whoa.
This wouldn't really do anything, aside from make it not fall apart. I'm just going to cast Mending on it as I pull it off the shelf.
Okay.
And I open it up, and it's the same as everything else, right?
Yeah, it's the same.
Just like a...
Binding's just a little stronger.
Casimir kind of pulls a book out and sets it down and begins casting Detect Magic. And as he finishes, he says, "No, these books are definitely magic. It seems to be some kind of abjuration spell.
Shielding them.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay.
Does anyone have like true sight, true seeing, anything like that?
I've got the spell magic.
I have that too. No, I don't.
You have it in the
I
spell
would.
book.
I have it in the new book.
I would have it.
You would?
I do
Tomorrow.
not actually have it. And
Disregard this. I just want to see what I just want to read it. Could I count all of these books as the same magical effect?
I'm gonna go with a no. Each of these books have been like individually casted upon.
We need to come back here after we've done whatever we need to do here.
Stella's gonna pull a book down, and with the nub of pencils she has left, she's going to like use molars to try to sharpen the edge enough so she can kind of scribble in the pages of the book.
Stella.
As you draw into the book, your writing just disappears into it.
Oh, that's interesting. Look what it
This is some
did.
Harry Potter shit.
Look what it did. It just disappeared. That is the that is the neatest thing.
Casimir looks back to you, Debria. Debria, you got true sight. You can see for realsies, like see
No.
the truth.
I've got Dispel Magic is what I was saying.
Oh, okay.
We should all take some time to look. We should all take a shelf, see if we can find the most like important looking book we can. I'll cast or Dispel Magic on
They
it.
all look pretty important
I
to
will
me.
say they all look like
There's no
almost
title.
identical.
There's no titles on them, so how do we tell which one?
There's no titles, and they all seem to be about the same size.
Like I don't know, like gilded, finer materials that the spine is made out of.
We can...
You can make investigation checks.
It's not. That's not gonna work.
I think this is something bigger. I think there's something else in place that will.
I also don't know. I mean, they barely hold it up in here. What are you gonna carry an entire library with you?
I will try, guys.
Actually, hold on a second. You know what this might be? Would anybody like to join me in the previous room for a moment?
I would be delighted.
Irin is gonna come back into this bedroom,
Mm-hmm.
and he's gonna search around for any like glasses or spectacles.
I'm gonna flop down in this chair.
Make an investigation check.
I've still got the book in my hand that I was drawing in.
As you leave the room, Stella, with that book, it disintegrates.
Oh, well, shit. That just happened. I destroyed another book. That's probably the 50th book.
God, Irin is
50th.
Here, you look through the room and you don't find anything of note.
No, like glasses on the nightstand.
No, nothing like that.
Damn, it's worth a shot.
You remember he did have spectacles around his neck on a chain, but I'm just kidding.
Ooh. Ah, shit. Fuck. Great job.
You can't say shit like that because I'd absolutely believe you.
Yeah, I did, totally.
Do you guys find anything, Stella?
Uh,
I wanted to see if he had any glasses in there that might provide some sort of magical effect for seeing the books.
You guys watch as Casimir is just like casting all the spells he can at this thing.
I'm just gonna I'm gonna look at Stella and be like, where's the one you had?
oh, it just turned into ash. Like about 10 of them have done that so far in my life. There were
When
3
did it
that
turn it to ash?
there various times.
You did it?
Casimir stands up. I got it. They're command words. And he says like some weird wizard word. Because they do not list any. Because there's literally one for each of these books.
Oh,
And he says,
fuck.
I just have to do this for all of them. And he opens it up and these are. He kind of looks up. These are all spell books.
Oh, fuck.
Oh Jesus!
Wait a
No.
minute.
These
This
are all
isn't good.
spell books, you say?
He shuts it and grabs another one and begins casting again.
You guys,
Are they the
These are-
same?
put a stop to this.
These are all.
Are
These
they
are all
all the
spell books.
same, or do they have
No.
like
No, they're
Take 'em
different.
with ya.
every spell there ever was in the history of the world?
How? He kind of looks back. How long can we stay?
With you here, not very long.
He's like,
I will fight people for that.
I'm gonna get started. You guys.
No.
Well,
Nope,
let's just
I
stay
don't
an
like that
hour.
idea. I
Reese, let's
don't-
just stay an
He-
hour. Just an
He is
hour.
ignoring Reese. He is ignoring you. I need more than that.
I walk up to him and I'm like, stop. You wanted us
Listen.
to help you. We gotta talk this out.
More
Listen, my man.
Go ahead.
We gave you we'll let you have the Lich's spell book.
You guys want that back in exchange
No.
for this?
God no. You can have the Lich's spell book, but we need to keep going.
Okay.
Uh,
You guys need to rest. So why don't you take a rest? And while you're resting, I'll get as much as I can.
You'll be
that-
exhausted in the morning.
No kidding.
I will be okay.
You're an idiot.
It's worth it.
No, it's not. Did you forget about your sister already?
No, I need these for my sister.
Oh, for your sister. Why?
Didn't you just say that you can't even cast past a certain? How do I know this now? Cast
Do you know-
past a certain spell slot.
How do I suddenly have this knowledge?
It doesn't. It's just knowing them. Just knowing. it's enough. Just knowing more will be helpful
For whom?
for me, for my sister, so I can save her. For you when we go to the castle.
When we take your sister, who's been charmed by Strahd and was nearly going to be
With
his
these
wife.
spells, I could end it.
Hmm.
Possibly.
well, here's the
Yeah.
thing.
Oh! What was that last word, Casimir?
Possibly, I could end it, but
Mm-hmm.
we'd have no way of knowing unless I look through and find
Oh
something.
yeah.
Casimir, look at me. This is a huge fucking library, alright? If each one of these has their own individual command words, you could be in here for literal years and get through a fraction of these.
But all right.
You have the spell book of a lich in your pocket.
Yeah, that's
Listen, I'm not gonna
Something.
I'm not gonna disagree if you just want to look over a few while we take a rest. He looks at Reese, but once we're done resting, we gotta leave.
He's
That's
got to
fine.
rest too.
I'll be okay.
No, you won't. You'll be exhausted. What if we find your sister in the morning?
Then,
not-
I mean,
she's
if
in
something
Ravenloft.
goes wrong, he'll die if he's exhausted. Why are you concerned about that?
Thank you. I mean, no, you know what I mean.
What?
That's gonna cause issues. Him staying up all night. I just plop myself in a chair. Him staying up all night's gonna be an issue.
I mean,
What are
I
you gonna do with
resolved.
your book?
I was gonna resolve to only hang out here an hour.
Oh, I need a fucking long rest, y'all.
Well, I could
Yeah,
do
no,
with
that's
one
not
as
gonna
well.
be. I can do nothing with an hour.
See? He's power hungry now. Who wants to take over the world now?
Be
I
honest
want some
though.
spells. I think that's different.
You
Casimir?
have plenty of spells. You have
You
spells
don't know
that
what I
can kill
have.
people with a word.
I can't cast that.
Casimir, let's compromise. Let's
Look.
let's do 5. Let's do 5.
It's a very strange amount. I'm just
Five
this-
is an even number.
This is for Chris's sake.
No, it's not.
This is for Chris's sake.
Uh,
Please either do a short rest or a long rest.
Stella,
No, I'm
Stella,
not
yeah,
I'm
she's.
talking about like he can do 5 spell books. Like takes 5 spell books.
Oh, 5 spell books.
Well, you can't
Oh.
take any of them.
Like
that's.
don't look through all of them. You can grab like 5 of them, I guess.
Yeah, that's a good point. Why waste the time? Why would you waste your time and energy looking through all these spell books when you could be actually learning the spells that you do have? Since we can't take these books with us.
I can put them in my spell book.
Right, but you can't do every single one. So maybe grab a couple of them, or the fucking Lich's spellbook that you have.
Or 5 of them. How about we say 4 of them? Because I already have the Lich's spellbook, and that seemed to be pulling teeth anyway.
I'll pull your fucking teeth. Sometimes I don't like living people either. Just
We
so
won't
y'all
get
know.
through. We will not survive another fight if we're fighting like this amongst ourselves.
Well, you make a good point.
We will all die.
I'm trying to be the agent of compromise here. A small number of spell books. I think 4, Casimir. You make a good point. It's a decent chunk of spells, but at the same time, it is a manageable chunk of spells.
That can't leave this room.
And
they'll end up in my spellbook, which can leave this room. Go on, Irid.
You are so fucking annoying.
I think as soon as we're done with this long rest, we can just we'll depart, and whatever you have, and then if we have time later, I don't see why we couldn't come back here for another, night's rest.
That sounds good enough to me. Let me see how long it takes to copy spells.
Isn't it like an hour?
It's
per
like
level?
a week. I believe it's literally like a week per spell.
It's an hour per spell level that he's trying to copy, and it's half that amount if it's his school of magic.
Yep.
Oh wait, no, that's
3.5.
no, it's not 3.5.
Oh.
There's something to do with the week. I think it's to make a new spell book.
Oh, that's a possibility. Yeah. I have.
Okay.
Thing.
So an hour per spell level. Okay, so this is what we will do. I can do this on my own because I'm not going to waste time doing this, and we're probably not going to have another combat. So I'm going to do this on my own later on and see what we can work out over an 8-hour period. And I'll have that prepped up for next time. But Casimir is going to take a point of exhaustion over this long rest. And do you guys want to call it here, or do you guys want to do anything else?
Yeah.
I think we'll go ahead and take a long rest in this area. Who knows if it's safe or not.
Reese died today. She's a little cranky.
Yeah.
So she could use a nap.
Yeah, she's
So you guys
a long nap.
You guys pop a squat into the chairs here, and kind of get comfortable as Casimir begins frantically kind of looking through books and copying things into his spell book. And you guys can get comfortable and kind of let sleep kind of take you. We pull back across Barovia to the north. In a small town filled with pine trees, you see an older, kind of dark-skinned woman who was working in her garden. She kind of gets up and kind of cracks her back as she walks into the room and opens the door up. And kind of looks inside and looks back at the ground just outside as a snowflake kind of begins to fall and drift down to the ground. And she sighs. Another year. She turns, steps back into the house, and shuts it. And that is where we're going to end it for this evening.
Ooh. Very good.
Very good. This place is fucking crazy. I love it.
I like the old man lich.
Oh
Thank you.
yeah, that was awesome.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
like
that was
messing with
awesome.
him.
You played a very convincing old man lich.
Put that on a business card. Can
I'll
play a
put that
very
on the
convincing.
resume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, alrighty. I get to do spell stuff now for Casimir.
Yeah.
and
Math.
I think Casimir's gonna begin leveling up with you guys.
Oh
Ooh.
fuck.
Otherwise
See? Now he's gonna really kill us. He can disintegrate.
Well-
if you stop antagonizing him, he won't have a reason to.
Oh
I'm just
shit.
I'm just saying. He's gonna kill us.
Let me get my. That's some. Ooh. I don't know.
Well, alright. With that, I will talk to you guys later. I have
All
plans.
Thank
right.
you for everything, Chris.
Yes,
Thank you,
No,
Chris.
thank
Great
you, guys.
session. Thank you,
Chris, you're a
everyone.
DM.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
awesome.
I'll catch you guys on the flippy dippy.
Yeah.
Bye.
So long.
Night, everybody.
Who are you? What?
Who are you? Would you like some tea? That was great. Oh, God.